Hello and welcome to the big episode 100 of the Gochuucast. We've been hyping this one up for quite some time, and you know what? We're going to start right off. We got 3 things planned today, and we're going to start off with the big one. This is the first time we've used the fucking screen in however many episodes, but anyone who's watched the previous episodes knows it's time. My favorite character from Live Nijigasaki will determine if this podcast ends on this very episode.
Yeah, so if it does end, though, do we, just stop?
Do we stop, or do we, Gochuucast 2?
Or do we finish the episode?
Oh.
Well, I just mean,
Well, I have the other things prepared, so we're gonna have to finish. I mean, you can leave if you want, I guess, but I'm gonna finish the episode one way or another. Well, and, maybe the podcast does continue, we just leave PK, it wouldn't be the same. It would definitely end. But... Anyway, so as you can see in front of the screen, we have a big gray fucking blob, but with the tears on the side. I guess I should actually start sending that to them as well. I have everything nice and tucked in folders for today, and very
organized.
Yeah, super organized. PK has seen the spoiler, or not the spoiler, the non-spoiler version of this. Yeah, spoiler-free version. With specifically the Niji characters whited out, but I've decided to go with the big gray blob here for the day. So here's how I'm going to be doing this. As we go through this here tier list, I am going to go basically one line at a time. Now, as you can see in the bottom left, there's a little bit of a spoiler there with not.
My God.
Yeah, I'll make sure the audio listeners can also experience things. We'll go through easily enough in a detailed description manner. But yes, we'll skip tier Natsume. Well, that'll just be lumped in with D. But everything after that, so I have sworn an oath since the beginning that I would not choose any favorites for the content. If Ayumu is in D, or the awkward space between C and D, that's just it. Our most built-up moment will be the most anticlimactic wet fart of an episode 100 starter of all time. That's just how it'll go.
That fart is crazy. Isn't that just like a...
there'll still be conversations. I think
there will still be conversations.
Your favorites will still matter.
It would not be as entertaining as the other options. But basically, I'll go through one by one, and whenever I do hit Ayumu, I'll just reveal the rest of the tier list at that time. And so, also, if we get to A, and there's only one character in S that he's seen since he's seen the spoiler-free version. So I'll just reveal A and S at the same time, because obviously whoever's in S is just the one that's left out. So there's no point in hiding that. So we're gonna start going through this. I'll be changing the image on the screen, so you all will get to see if you're on the YouTube side of things before they do, because I'll probably change it on here first. But we'll go ahead and reveal the what's it called here? Why can't it just keep me in the same fucking folder?
Yeah,
Wait, that's the wrong image.
Okay.
I almost changed the entire background to the fucking tier list. That'd have been really unfortunate. Okay, it does keep me in the same folder. Thank fuck. Okay. So, that is the first tier there. Now I gotta... Okay, thank fuck. It's just gonna keep me in the same thing across everything. Isn't technology great? Okay. So, that is the first one. So, tier list historians for me might notice a new addition to D. This has just been, as I went through DG, I thought about it a little more. There was a lot of thinking going on because of the stakes behind everything that was happening. I've determined I really don't like Honoka at all. So she's gone from the awkward space between C and D to the bottom of D. These are all in order now as well. Once it gets past C tier, the order really doesn't matter as much. But
okay, but at least the very bottom, you had to make sure we knew that.
Yeah, that's it's much easier to just differentiate between who, some of them are probably very minimal, you can interchange a lot of them. But yeah, I mean, for the most part though, it's generally accurate to how I like the characters in order. I guess the smaller the tier, the easier it is. But yeah, that's the D tier. Obviously, as you can see, PK's Satan is not there. And so, we must continue on with the next line here.
Yes, the awkward space. This
the awkward
did have
space between C and D.
It?
Yes, it did.
I've seen a version of this tier list that told me none of the Niji characters. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, so, Kasumi is the first Niji character added to this tier list in the awkward space between C and D.
I like Kasumi, but I wasn't sure where she was gonna end up, so I was between like her and Karen, because I was like, well, on one hand, she's cute. On the other hand,
She's
she
really
is easily the
annoying.
most annoying. Yeah.
So Kasumi is like an interesting one because, like we said, she is cute and she does have like I like her funny faces. I think she's the funniest gremlin that Love Live has. Like all the gremlins are D or below. Yohane, Nico, Natsumi, I would define as like the gremlins of the other three. Kasumi is definitely Niji's gremlin.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think she's the best gremlin, but I'm not really. I think if they toned her like character gag down a little bit, she could have like made C probably. But it's like too often. Like it's like she's too gremlin for me. But she could be funny sometimes, and I liked her faces. So at the end of the day, she has escaped the D tier. Not that this tier is exactly great.
Gremlins, but I wasn't sure if she was gonna be the awkward space character or get a little bit higher.
Yeah, no, she. I don't. She was like she was the only hint I gave that she was not the favorite.
Yeah, that is true. You did straight up say Kasumi will not win. I was like,
Okay.
Valid.
Okay, so now that we have that done, we have move on to the biggest tier, obviously as C. So we will reveal that here. There's the C tier for the viewers, and here is C tier for the goobers in the call. So there's obviously going to be a few Niji characters in here.
Yep.
So at the bottom of the C tier for Niji specifically, Langzhou, what I believe is the name. She was like, I liked her when she was first introduced, and then she was kind of an asshole for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like, she wasn't an asshole.
Disappeared. Yeah. I think if she did 180, all of our opinions probably would have been way better for her, but
yeah, I just don't like her character is like flops around a bit. Like she's not like a consistent piece of like she's not She comes in and she seems like she's very confident in herself, obviously, and she seems like pretty helpful overall. But then she's kind of an asshole to you. Actually, okay, hold on. I'm gonna refer to you as you, Chad, for the rest of this episode.
Yeah,
the English language. Okay. Yeah, okay. So she's kind of an asshole to you, Chen, the whole time, and then, just all of a sudden, whenever she does end up joining the group, she's like completely chilled now, and then she's all like really. Her personality goes 3 different places throughout the season, so I just never get a read on her. And then it's like obviously the time that she's an asshole is like it's not very great for her character. No. Like on the tier list side of things. But then next up,
it's funny now because like the other version of her is the superstar girl that you would have seen, which is like another attempt at the same character, and I just kind of feel like they messed both of them up.
Yeah, it's just like, you don't have to like you can have a rival like esque character without making them an asshole. I mean, that's like literally just every other Love Live rival that's existed besides specifically them. I guess she's like less of a. I guess I don't know. Those two are like less. They were like temporary rivals, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, next up, the one that you thought had a chance for
Karen.
C&D is Karen. I actually really liked her at the start. And then she was also a little bit of an asshole, and then
yes,
I feel like they gave her a lot of time, and so I just never really. I feel like I generally liked her at the start, but then it just never continued to go up. Like she was just always kind of there.
She kind of always ended up being almost like the pessimistic one in a way.
Like I'd say, like the first time she ever felt I was ever like that's a little like different than what I've really seen of her is when. They're determining who's going to go on the stage. Like, they can only... It's like, idols only get 3 songs in this festival. 2 idol groups are going to be doing the what's it called, and, like, none of them are... This is, like, the first one Love Live where they're all, like, separate
they're all
idols.
Solo artists.
Yeah, they're solos. And so, it's like, okay, well, who's going to go on the stage from our club? And, I mean, Ayumu was like, okay, we can just, like, draw lots, I guess. And she's like, no, we can't do that. And, like, I mean, you could. You definitely could. like I get like y'all want to like represent the club with like the best member, and in the end it was her. I just felt that was like very standoff for like no reason. It's like, okay, yeah, let's just draw lots. Like we're all chill here.
Yeah, she does kind of have those moments where she's not like antagonistic per se, but she's kind of harsh.
Yes.
I think for me, she ended up somewhere around the middle, but it was kind of the same. Like at first, I was like, might be a contender for favorite, and then she slowly kind of regressed to the mean.
Yeah, I think her hair's ugly too. That's like it's like completely out of like left field. Like kind of I have no reason to say that, but
I really heckin' hate her hair. Valid.
yeah. Anyway, next up is Mia from she's from season 2, one of the new characters.
I took a gamble and thought you might like Mia, but you did not.
Yeah, you or no, not you specifically. Mars,
Me and
in
Mars
her
both
prediction
thought-
tier list had her in A, which is I
I
think
think
insane.
I
but
also either said A
Predictions,
or
this is
like
crazy.
low A, high B. We did have predictions for this.
yes, I almost feel like I might have influenced this by accident when I was like, she just fucking ate 5 fucking burgers. Like, what is wrong with her?
that may have been what it was. You just kept posting all the burgers.
Yeah, like she had
So you're
5
like, oh,
burgers.
yeah.
I'm like, this is insane. And then I posted her eating like the fucking purple burger because I'm like, oh my god, it's a pretty patty. But yeah, I mean, she was fine. I just maybe with more time she could rise to like a B. But I had
I think
no.
for me, she's become really high because I really like her songs. And
It is
that's,
interesting.
like,
She's like,
as time has gone on, a lot of my characters shift because of their songs.
she like specifically sings in English, which I think is interesting. Like as
Yeah.
opposed to like other characters.
Her voice actress is, I think, Australian. I think it was.
I think I've heard that.
her. Yeah, her voice actress is very specifically like very talented bilingual, and so it's also
Ooh.
like her English songs sound very good.
Yeah, it's not like an English thing. And I find it funny that they got like an actual like English speaker for her. I mean, not that it's like probably too easy to find like bilingual voice actresses. But like they got a specific voice for her, but then like the Niji special, they just got Nao Toyama to speak English the entire time. It's like, yeah, okay, sure. She's definitely from Britain, that's for sure, yeah. Anyway, which I'll talk about it later. My theory about them participating in Love Live in the movies was completely wrong. Like shut down entirely in season 2.
It was completely.
I could not have
not
been
going
more
on.
wrong.
And then your last C member, the most telegraphed C of all time.
Yeah, just my new prediction is that they'll be in a world tour, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, I can see that.
So that no, there's one left. Emma at the top of C. She's like built for the C tier. Like she's a nice character, and I like her personality enough. I just don't have any strong opinions on her.
Yeah, Emma's great. The problem is just Emma doesn't like do anything to win throughout any. You know what I mean? Like every character above here is gonna have some sort of trait that it's like, yeah, that's why I could see that being someone's favorite. Even Ayumu, I'll at least give her that. There's a reason I understand why people would like her, but
yeah,
the debate will be interesting. But Emma is kind of just like inoffensively mid. Like I say that
This is just vetted.
I say that in like a nice way, right? But
yeah, she's not a bad
like,
character by any means. I generally like her, but she's just like she's not built to go any higher than C unless something changes in the future.
Also, yes, Matt, that's been my new thing I've been saying lately is inoffensively.
Inoffensively
I like
mid.
I don't know why, but
It's
inoffensively has just been
mid.
yeah, exactly. Like inoffensively mid is like, okay, they're mid, but like I like them, right?
Yeah.
And then aggressively mid is like, yeah, no, that's the new Tokyo Revengers manga is aggressively mid. I don't know, I haven't read it. I'm just hating.
All right. So there are 3 tiers left. We just have B, A, and the big 3.
I think B only had a couple, if I remember right.
I can't remember.
2 or 3.
So there are 13 characters by which I could have placed, and we've only seen 4 of them. So I think there's quite a few in B. I can't remember. But yeah, we have not seen the Golden Child yet. So
we have not, but I didn't expect her to be this low, regardless. Because at the end of the day, I think she's her design is kind of Daniel pilled. So
Yeah, I think Mars predicted her in C, so he's probably sweating bullets right now.
I think I said B probably out of faith that I won't see her in the S or A tier, but we'll see.
You will see, and you will see that you are wrong. She is not in the B tier.
Valid.
Alright, so, starting from the bottom, we have Shiroko. That was her name,
You
right?
said
I'm
this
not
is the
fucking
point where they're
insane.
not really in order.
Yeah, the order means a lot less here, probably, just because there's a fair amount in, like, C and B. Um, I would say you can, like, generally assume this is the order, but don't put too
Yeah.
much, like, stock into it.
Yeah, like I and Kanata next to each other, probably not the biggest like I over Kanata type of thing, but generally something like this.
Yes. So yeah, Shiroko is the...
Choryoko,
Yeah, so she's the first...
Fang.
Well, not the first, like, the last... Okay, anyway, she's the lowest of the Nijis in B. I feel like, I don't know how to describe it. She's just, like, a vibe character, almost. Like, I enjoyed when she was on screen. She was never
I
really,
think if she
like, a
had
nuisance.
2 seasons, I could see a lot of people really liking her.
Yeah, and
She has a
she
hot
did have
sister
some
too.
focus in, yes. She did have some focus in the OVA as well.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But she's like the... She's got to take over the student council role now. That's a thing.
Came out of nowhere too.
Yeah,
Apparently she's been there
like
this whole time.
literally at the... Yeah, exactly what I said. At the very start of season 2, I'm like, where the fuck has she been? All of season 1. She just wasn't there before, but now she's a part of the student council. Like, she, like, was always there. It's like, okay, sure, fine. But yeah, I mean, I liked her. I think she's a pretty nice character. She, like, didn't do anything, like, problematic.
Yeah.
Like, when she discovered that Setsuno was actually the student council president and doing the school idol stuff, she's like, yeah, no, I don't give a shit, dude. Go for it.
That's sure.
Instead of, like, it turning into some drama point.
Compared to the other two of the new, like, the season 2 characters, I think Lanzu is, like, definitively antagonistic, and Mia was kind of, like, mid-ground. And so she was kind of more or less the good one of the 3 in terms of, like, the moral compass.
Yeah, Mia was a little antagonistic at the start and kind of got over it quickly.
And then she kind of just stopped. Yeah.
Yeah,
She kind of was just like, I want people to be good at music. And that was, like, her thing.
Yeah. But, yeah, Suruko's fine. Moving on to B with Kanata. That's your favorite, yeah.
That is my favorite. And I kind of figured you'd have her in the B to C range just because
I like her.
I
just
feel
don't...
like the type of character you would love, but it felt like the type of character you would at least be like, she's good.
Yeah, she's definitely PK pilled because she's a sister character and that's your thing for some reason.
Well, don't say it like that.
I don't know how
the
else
PK
to put
pilled
that.
character is like the good sibling character. That's a better way to put it.
Right.
Like, I don't. It's not because she's a sister. It's because she's a good sister.
Yeah. Okay. If you want to, yeah, we can put it like that, sure.
Very, very different connotations. We can't have 2 Kissexist pilled people here. So.
Oh, okay. I catch a lot of strays, no matter what happens. You know, I have the Yubel picture as my profile picture for a bit, and I get called the armpit guy.
Hilarious.
That was
really funny.
Literally, like, every server I'm active in called it out, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Every person in existence had that picture as their PFP, and I still only watched you get called out.
No, it's insane because fucking people in the server are like post lick emojis, and I'm like, I'm the one getting called the armpit guy. You cannot.
Are you kidding me, guys?
Yeah, I'm not the one who should be receiving this shit for this. But yeah, Kanato's chill. I like her. She's just a nice character.
Yeah, good vibes. Sleepy. She's so eepy.
Yeah, she's always very sleepy. Yeah, and I guess not too much else.
I'm a little surprised by one of your other 2, but we'll start with I.
Top there. Yeah, we'll start with I.
It is the one at the top, but I don't hate it personally. But I know Mars is going to be fuming when he hears that you have that character there. but we'll start with I. And I'm not surprised by this. I is great, but also the puns are sometimes too much. And I have I a little higher, but I get it.
Like, sometimes they'll just, like, slip into the subs, and I'm like, okay, that's chill. And then, like, sometimes it's, like, very, like, forced, like, let's throw in a pun joke here. But that's, like, that wasn't, like, problematic or anything.
We're gonna be doing our drip tier list later, and I did not submit I, but I does have probably my favorite drip in all of Love Live.
Yeah.
I'd have to really, like, look into it to say that 100%, but just off the top of my head, I's definitely got drip.
Spoiler alert, we're doing a drip tier list. I don't think we've said it to this point.
Well, now they know.
Now you know. Now you know we're doing the drip tier list. You have a reason to stay. Anyway.
Or the podcast is ending in 10 minutes. We'll see.
Yeah, or PK just doesn't join the drip tier list. But yeah, I mean, this is Lugia's favorite, and she was a part of the predictions to be within the A tier, from a lot of people, and I can see why. She's a really good character. I liked her dynamic with Rina a lot, but I feel like they kind of stepped away from that for a while.
They did. So season 1, it was like kind of a big deal, and season 2, they just kind of didn't interact. Yeah. Season 2 also started doing all of the subunit stuff.
Yeah.
Which I loved, because it's the only Love Live that I've actually had recognition for the subunits.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like a plot point that we actually got to like learn about the subunits, and I was like, okay, that's hype, because all the other ones, I just know they exist and they make no sense.
Yeah, like, I can kind of get some of them, I guess. Like in Sunshine, they have like the YYY group or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, yeah, sure, haha, funny. But then the other group is like Chica, Yo, which, like, those two together make sense, but then like Ruby randomly. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, why
and
is she
it's
there?
like, okay, like, sure, but
like,
also
I like
for
Ruby,
why?
but yeah. Anyway, but I did like she's just a fun character. Definitely Lugia pilled for sure. I can see why she's his favorite. But yeah, I mean, it's not exactly my type of character, and that's why she lands in B. She's really nice. I like her, but she's not like...
She's like really high on my list, but it's also because blonde moment.
True.
Won't shy away from that. Top of B, maybe surprising for some people. I actually like this pick up here.
Yeah, so...
Shizuku.
I like Shizuku. I don't understand... Well, I understand why people might not like care for her as much. I'm a simple guy. I like her, even if she's like a basic brunette design. I like the little ribbon in her hair. And it's a nice... It's like when you have like anime character hair clip, and it's like ribbon. You know, it's like, oh my god, holy shit, you know, mind-boggling change in character design. But yeah, I just generally like her design. I think she's a nice character too. Like, I think season 2 was probably better for her as a season than season 1. Like, season 1, she got like her little episode with the
I think the problem with season 1 for her is she only really got that episode, and she was good in that episode, but like the Shizuku content outside of that episode was basically non-existent in season 1.
Yeah, she didn't do a whole lot other than that. I think like one of the big episodes for her, and then some of the other characters we have yet to talk about because they're not in this tier, or any of the below tiers, was the episode where, you know, she's like trying to decide like how she wants to go about forming this unit or whatever. And like the three that end up actually being in the unit are all on stage together, just being like stupid, just making shit up because they don't know the lines yet. Like, that was a good episode, and then she had a funny moment towards the end of the season where, like, so her thing is she's in 2 clubs at once. She's in the drama club and the idol club. And so I found it funny, they were like playing volleyball or some shit, and like the ball gets hit and she's going towards her. It's like, oh fuck, I need to like get into character of like, if I have no idea what I'm doing, I have to get into the mindset of a volleyball player. While she's trying to do that, she gets fucking smacked in the face because obviously don't close your eyes to try and get in character. She's just like an enjoyable presence.
I will say they actually did have drama club content for her So there you go. There's your character that has a club,
Yeah, it's
a separate
extracurricular
club,
activity
and
that actually
does it.
means something. It wasn't like a fucking non-existent B plot like Yo and there's somewhere out there where the Yo swimming club B plot is out there somewhere.
It's
Just
written
a thrown away
yeah.
script, the unreleased episode 14 or some shit. Like I don't know. There's a world where that happens, but it wasn't Love Live Sunshine, that's for sure. But yeah.
All right. So for A tier, are you doing it dramatically, or are you just hot dropping the A tier?
We're hot dropping A and S at the exact same time.
Oh, okay, understood.
Yes. So.
Solid decision.
Yes. This is the moment of truth. Here.
This is the moment of truth.
The podcast could end right now.
Right now.
Right now. You never know. So the viewers see the... Oh, why the fuck did it turn so small? It didn't do that for any of the others. Okay. There we go.
It's a sign. It's a sign.
It is a sign. Oh no.
The viewers now see the final list. And so do you all.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the
I would say
podcast
that's
is spared
how I
for
expected.
another day by a very
It is
thin
spared.
margin.
We will have some conversation
Yeah,
about her.
Despite
But
not
it
being
is
an S tier, I can imagine he is not
This
too
is-
happy about the place.
This is the expected S tier character, and I would say the expected backup. Like I think Chan, if you will, and Rina were the two that
Wait,
I
who's
was
the
like
pink hair
probably.
girl?
That's
What is she?
that's Rina.
That's
Oh, okay.
Rina. So we'll start with Setsuna. We'll start at
Yeah,
the low.
we'll start at the low, and then we're actually, we're gonna skip over Ayumu.
We'll skip
in A,
Ayumu
and then
until the end because
yes,
there's conversations to have there.
I can feel this.
And
is,
I think like the Ayumu and the Yu conversations kind of go together.
yes. So Setsuna's she has a lot of screen time, obviously.
Setsuna has probably the most screen time,
She has a fun
other than
personality.
Ayumu and Yu.
I think she's like the only school council president that hasn't been like an antagonist for
Yep.
part of the fucking what's it called? She's like, oh,
Yep.
you want, she quit the school idol club or whatever, and she's like, oh, you want to remake it? Sure, go for
Sure,
it.
why not?
Not my problem. Like,
Yeah,
just fucking go for it. Where all the other school council presidents like, no, you can't do school idols,
you
girl.
absolutely are not.
I have past trauma relating to these. You can't do it. But no, she's like, okay, yeah, it didn't work out for me, but go for it. Obviously, she eventually joined back in, but she's a fun character. She has like obviously that serious side, and I just like this school idol thing is like a way to blow off the she's so serious for X amount of the day. Her parents are like come off as really strict, but like in the end, when she reveals to everyone that like, yeah, she was school council president and idol, they didn't really give a shit, I guess. But yeah, she comes from a very serious whatever, but her personality is like very unserious in club
Setsuna
activities.
is like the shonen protagonist that could have been in a different version of this show.
Yeah, if you put her in like
That's how I think of her. Like she could be the main character of like a different Love Live if it wasn't this one.
yeah, she's pretty outgoing.
She's kind of like her backstory anyway, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, but she's an enjoyable character. She has good songs, she's a good singer. Yeah, she's like I guess she's like two sides of the same coin. Like she is a nerd through and through. Like whether it's her chill side where she's like, oh my god, I love anime, all this stuff. Loves school idols, all that, and then also the other nerd side of her where she's a student council president acting all serious and stuff like that. She's an enjoyable presence. I mean, I like most of the cast is a generally enjoyable presence, for the most part. But she definitely stands out. Skipping over Ayumu in the third whatever there, to move on to Rina.
Rina, the
Rina's-
high A.
I fucking love Rina. Like it was on.
Rina is so Daniel filled.
She was so close to like making the big three. Like I don't know what like 4 statement I would have gone for, because we had the Yo tier, and then we had Shaq and
I
Kobe,
think-
and now we
I
have
was
the
gonna
big
say,
three.
I think if you weren't limiting it to one from each series,
It's not that I even
probably
was like
would've
was.
just put her
It's not
there.
even that I was even limited it, because it's not even just one from each series. Like there was no S tier from the original,
Mhm.
and then
What
But
even
she
is
was
your highest in the original? Where is she? Hanamaru.
Umi
Oh no.
in
Hanamaru
A
is Sunshine. That's
tier.
crazy. Also, yeah, it is Ubi.
Yeah.
She is a ways down there.
Yeah. So
It's a valid choice though, but
yeah. Oh no, there's another one as well. The Rin at the end.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
guess you said they're not ordered, so
Yeah. I mean,
also
Umi
valid.
was like, if I only specifically made one of like the OG, Umi would be the S of that. But she and Rin are the A's. Anyway, back
Yeah.
to Nietzsche. Dude,
Ekamina.
Rina's so fucking funny, dude. I love her so
You've
much.
also like been on your shy girl phase lately, which isn't a bad thing. But I was thinking when I was going through the characters and thinking of all the characters recently that you've been really liking and new stuff that you've done, I was like, yeah, Rina like fits the mold
In
of
my
stuff.
shy phase, like if I look through my favorite characters, I can think of one, like Bochi's on there towards the end or whatever.
I mean, Chizuka. Is that the name? Chizuka. 100 Girlfriends.
That's true. Well, she's not. Well, she's shy, but
She really came to
she's not
mind.
good at
But
talking. She's like a weird
I
anomaly.
know,
She's not like
but like
shy, but she obviously doesn't talk.
I know, but she's like same like character type as Rina too, because they both have like their little gimmicks
Yeah.
that also get away from
I guess I have
some
Fuga and
type of thing.
Tomazaki
Yeah,
as well. I don't know. That's like anyway. Even like
I
just
felt like it made sense and
even ignoring
justified.
the shy thing. I love Rina Chan bored. Her faces are so like
Rina Chan board is very fun.
like anytime she brings it up, it's just the faces are so funny to look at, and usually they're pretty good to the situation.
So I guess for anyone who's been listening who doesn't know Love Live, it is interested. Rina Chan board is basically it's since she can't make facial expressions, she just draws them.
She just
And
pull up like a
so
whiteboard or
yeah,
something.
she
just
has
to-
like a
yeah,
little notebook. I can post one of them. I have one of them saved as a reaction image because it's funny.
yeah.
But
So she'll draw the face that she wants to make at the time, and like her idol outfit has
oh,
like
the
a
thing of
little
okay, yeah. Now I'm
has like a little mask that makes the faces
Yeah,
too.
okay. I was like, okay, very interesting.
yeah, but they're pretty funny. And then she just has like a well-rounded like general personality as well. Like she's like the technology person in the group. Uh, so she like edits and does shit like that for them. Um, and then I found it very funny, like when they did the first school idol festival, she fucking had like Street Fighter hooked up and she was fighting her fans like during the intermission, I guess, like of her concert. She's just a very funny bass character, and she's nice. Um, I she has absolutely nothing problematic at any point in time for her. She's always, anytime she speaks, is an increase in enjoyability for an episode. I really thought at the end of season 2, when her little, because she has a board, like, oh, she can't bring the board on stage with her.
Yeah.
So she has like a little device strapped to her face. She has like the Apple
She has a
the
mask,
Apple Vision
basically.
goggle
Yeah.
things. which is
Oh yeah.
just imagine she has that. I can post a little gif like this right here. Just imagine that on her face. That like makes the facial expressions for her while she's going through the show. So like when that didn't work at the end of season 2, I thought we were like actually gonna get to see her like make expressions on the stage, but that didn't really happen. But she just had the confidence to go out there without it anyway, which is cool. Because like it was like a very like more subtle thing instead of like making it dramatic and she's like, oh my god, I have to go on stage. She's like, oh, it's not working, whatever. I'll just fuck it. I'll just go out there.
Go perform. Yep.
Yeah. Which is nice. Just not over dramatizing moments like that is just such a non-Love Live thing to do, and I'm very excited that that did not happen. I feel like this is like the least dramatic Love Live thus far, probably.
Yes. Well, they don't. There's like, I mean, all the drama and everything is made up, right? But
obviously.
like, there's not a lot of drama in this to even make up because they're just like in school. Like, there's no competition really. It's just like
Yeah,
them
like they're
against
not
themselves.
doing like Love Live. I don't give a shit. They're just out there having fun generally, and so
That's
there's
why
not.
like some of the characters that you have higher versus lower don't surprise me because it's like characters like Rita and Setsuda and Shizuku, even Ayumu have like internal like struggles and like writing things behind them that really like define their characters.
Yes. Speaking of drama, let's get into our own
Yes.
Gochuucast drama right here.
Yep.
So
Yep.
in
So
the
the
S
podcast
tier
is
is
safe, but we're still gonna have to talk about this.
yeah.
I actually think I expected her to be somewhere around here. I thought probably between high B and like high A. I didn't think she would be your favorite, and she wasn't. But
Yeah,
I'm not
Resh
surprised by
Mars
the
had
placement.
much more faith in that I would dislike her, I guess. um,
I didn't, because at the end of the day, well, we've been saying Love Live spoilers this whole time, but actual like plot spoilers this time. Because there's like a pretty major plot at the end of season 1 that puts her out of favor with a lot of us. It pissed me off,
yeah,
to
so
put it
for
lightly.
me, not that it was like an increase in likability on her character, but what it did, there's a reason Honoko moved down to D. Is because
It
when I
was the
went
better version of Honika. That's true. I'll give you that.
this is like the culminate. Like Love Hive has done these things in the past, but I think this is the first time it's ever been done like generally well. Um, so in the original Love Live, they had like it's like the jealousy part where like Kotori was going to go overseas and like leave the group and she's going to study piano or some shit. And then Honoka got mad and that whole thing happened. And then Love Live Sunshine had literally like one little dedicated episode where she's like getting jealous of the fact that Rika is or not Rico is taking
Yeah,
Chica away from her a
Chica's
little bit.
time. Yeah.
Yeah. And that was like a one
Did
episode, like
Superstar
they
have
got
a
over it.
jealousy plotline? Not really.
No,
Maybe I'm forgetting something, but I don't think it
we like Chi. That's why she's an A. She's a good friend.
did. She's just a good friend. End
Um,
of season 2 cemented that because with the end of season 2 stuff, she was the only one who
yeah,
was
I
like,
thought she was gonna be
"Bitch,
like,
no, go to
uh,
your
I
dreams."
thought she was gonna like try and stop Kanon from doing that, but then she's like, dude, what are you doing? Like, this is not that important. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to like go do this.
Well,
And
and that's getting into the Ayumu conversation. That's the thing that pissed me off so much with the Ayumu scene is not only, and I know I understand she like recovered from it, right? Later on, she realized the mistakes, but in the moment when it happened, she basically was like, "You live for me, don't have your own dreams."
no, I see. I
And that
interpreted
was,
this much differently than you did. I think.
I think you might have interpreted it more as like a like declaration of like bonds or something like that, and I was like, this is a
I don't.
toxic
I don't.
relationship.
No. I didn't think of it as that
I don't
either.
know.
So okay,
And
let's say
maybe I need to rewatch it too, because when I saw it, I hated the fact that she essentially had a breakdown over you like finding her own path that didn't involve her just like clinging next to Ayumu.
so here's how I interpret it. So I think one of the interesting things with Love Live, I think this is like one of the I could feel this like I knew that there was gonna be drama obviously with Ayumu at some
Yeah.
point, but I didn't know what
Well,
it was.
I would think so anyway,
Yes,
with how
obviously,
many opinions we have.
but I didn't know what it was specifically, right? Like the way you all talk about her, like I thought maybe she like took someone and threw her in a fucking wood chipper, like the way the slander that happens around this character, you would think she's running against you for political office, and so I went into this and I'm like, okay, you know what? Let me just like look out throughout the season and let me try and determine what this is before it
The
even
point.
happens.
Yeah.
And then I'll see that will like help me be like, this is well done, this is not well done. The entire season, it's so interesting because like the first episode is obviously pretty centric around Ayumu and you. U10. Fuck. You know what? Fuck it, dude. I'm just gonna say you. If I say you, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway. so the first episode is pretty centered around them, and then as it goes on, obviously, Yu still has like a pretty big part in everything. Obviously, she's the fucking manager basically of the group, but Ayumu is definitely more in the background, sort of, and she never really has anything like prolific to say. She's like very cautious, I guess, and so, but she's always doing stuff with you, and so as I'm going through, I'm like, okay. She's not hanging out with a lot of the characters. Like, she'll be, like, with them and, like, generally talk to them, but she's not, like, outgoingly, like, doing anything with them. You don't see her out doing stuff with other characters, typically. Unless it's, like, just going to train or some shit like that. And so as I continue to go through, I'm like, okay. Obviously, Yu is getting busier and busier and busier. But Ayumu is still not, like, she's like technically the leader of this whole thing, you know, in a sense, right? She's the like quote main character. She's like the main character archetype, basically. She helps, you know, she's like one of the reasons the club started back up again. And so I'm like, okay, there should probably be a reason that she doesn't have like a whole lot of screen time right now. And so I theorized at some point, like, okay, she's probably Yu obviously spends a lot of time with Setsuna. Setsuna is the school council president, obviously, and so. Yep. There's a lot of things that would have to go through her in general. And it's like, okay. I think my prediction was like, she is going to get jealous of Setsuna, and then I thought she was going to do something to Setsuna, like, out of pocket. That is, like, the only, I'm like...
Which makes sense, because, like, Mars like Setsuna, and, like, Resh and I both generally like Setsuna.
Yeah, I'm like, this is a likable character, and if the way that they talk about Ayumu, I'm like, something terrible has to happen.
To be fair, I think I have probably influenced those two a lot.
I'm guessing you group
really
watched it, right?
I group watched it with
Resh.
Mars, maybe, not Resh. Resh watched it himself, but Resh, you know how Resh is. If all of us say that we hate this character, Resh will hate this character.
True. Resh I
am probably the one who influenced this the most, but I believe I watched it with Mars, so we probably both agreed.
I definitely think that caused a bit of a whirlwind. So
I'm sure it did, and I'm sure also you like being ready for something crazy, and then it's just what happened. Probably not necessarily influenced it a little, but you know, a little too, where you were like, "Oh, that's it."
Yeah, I get to there. I'm not like that's it type of thing, because it was a roller coaster for a bit. Because I think it was episode 10 where like the seed started to get like sown a little bit for the like. I talked about how I saw it coming for then, but episode 10 was like Yu is like talking about the future a little bit with the entire group, and then you see Ayumu like looking apprehensive, basically. And so I'm like, okay, it's coming. it's going to be coming within like an episode or two, and then obviously the next episode is like the big what's it called?
Big moment.
It was a roller coaster though, because I needed to see the moment you were talking about. I get it. But I think it was...
I think the problem is, for me specifically, this is, like, one of the traits... Granted, right? It was she's in a distressed mental state type of thing, etc., etc. I understand it's not quite as black and white, but I think, like, one of the biggest betrayals to me as a friend, when someone confides in you of, like, their dreams and aspirations, is to be, like... No, you shouldn't do that because I don't want you to.
Okay, my Discord's freaking out a little bit. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Yes.
Okay, I don't know what it just did. It did like the spinning loading thing, and I couldn't see it. Now it's fine, but I don't know what it did there. Okay, I get it.
So there's definitely a lot of influence there with the fact that, like, to me, this is like one of the biggest betrayals in a friendship you can have. And that's like personalized to me, and I get that.
Okay, so this is the tale I'm going to weave here. So in that episode, at the end of it, so the end of that episode and the start of the next one, it was like the same lines, but they had different subs. And I think the end of episode 11 subs were a lot more like, you know, blunt about it.
I would agree with this. Like, the end of episode 11 subs were way worse.
I want you to belong to me. I'm like, what the fuck? And then the next episode is like, I want you to like stay with me. I'm like, well, there we go. That's what I thought you meant. But yeah, I mean, so I think
we were also watching this weekly, I want to say.
If you're watching it weekly, I can see this.
So we might have had a week for that end of episode 11 subs to be festering.
Yeah, so I think because of that, you were a bit more reactionary with this, where I'm sitting there like, okay, let me see where this is going to go, because I don't want to dislike this character, but this is a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
And so moving on to that next episode, I think one of the most important things was you get more into the psyche of Ayumu, where she sits down and she thinks about what she said, and she's like, okay, so I enjoy this club. This is what makes it, I think this is what makes it a more complex situation than I think what it has been given credit for.
Yeah,
is that
because she does learn, and she does like eventually come to it.
and I'm not
in a
just talking
way.
about that. So obviously she looks back and she's like, okay, I'm enjoying this club, she's enjoying this club. I like seeing her work towards things. I like seeing her work with everyone else. I like what's happening here. So why did I say that? I didn't mean that. So she panicked in a moment and she said something. She regretted it. But then, and this is like another moment that made you one of my favorites. You is thinking like, okay, obviously we can't sit on that. Like, she goes up to Ayumu. It's like, we should probably talk about yesterday. And then Ayumu gets a bit, apprehensive about it. And it's like, no, we need to do this, instead of like the classic anime where like, oh, we need to talk. It's like, But no, she actually, okay, we need to do this. And so, at that moment, I think you get, like, Ayumi didn't realize this herself, I think, until this moment where she blurted out something else. Where she said, the news you're going to tell me is going to, like, take us, like, further apart from each other. And so, and then, like, she runs off and they have to hold the conversation another time. And so, in that moment, basically, it became less about, like, fuck no, because I'm still missing part of this. She admits to herself, I don't remember if it was during the monologue I had just talked about, where she was like, that wasn't like what I wanted to actually say.
Yes.
But at some point, like, she even reflects to herself, like, I'm enjoying what I'm doing. Like, even if it's like not without her, even if it's not with her, like, I'm still enjoying the things I'm doing. Like, I enjoy, even though I started this for her, I'm enjoying having fans that, like, enjoy what I'm doing, and then she enjoys the company of the other people. And so, in an odd, like, backwards sense, she almost feels guilty that, like, she's not spending as much time with her. She's like, oh, I'm doing this and driving myself apart. And then I think she knows, like, the moment she went into use, what's it called? And she had talked to Setsuna before this, and learned that Yu was, like, in the music room doing stuff, and she didn't know that this is, like, I guess the big contention, that started the big, what's it called, the hoopla in the first place, in Yu's apartment, where she's like, are you, fuck, dude, I got this so out of order, I should have went through this slower. Anyway, through that, she learns that she was studying music, and so I think immediately she knew that, like, Yu was going to I don't think we knew at this point that the school had, like, a music course to it. Which I'm not fucking surprised. We'll talk about the school later. Holy shit, dude. That school is insane. But
I think we knew, but also it wasn't really talked about that much.
I didn't remember anything about it. But, like, Ayumu, at least, she goes to school. She would know. Like, she conceives that, like, Yu is probably going to switch, like, from the general course to the music one. And so, I think seeing that makes her panic even a little more, because they'd already been growing apart. I think there's a lot that builds up at once, and they've been together for probably like a decade at this point, right? Like, they talked about,
they're like childhood friends.
Yeah, they're childhood friends.
Yeah,
we'll say at least a decade together, maybe more. And so I think a lot built up at once, and she let something out, and then she was scared to talk about it. And I think what settles the situation and made me okay with it, is it's interesting, the person who kind of gives her, like, the push on the back to go solve this whole thing out was Setsuna, which is the person I thought that she was going to have some sort of, one-sided argument with. And that never happens. I think, and that is what made Honoka drop to D. I think Honoka Honoka made it everyone else's problem when what happened with Kotori, and she fucking slapped her in front of everyone else. Like that was a
Yeah,
whole thing.
that is
Like,
true.
no, I don't want you to go do this. Fucking slapped her. Like, made her feel like shit and gaslit her in the fucking stain instead of like going on, this like once in a lifetime, piano school or whatever. But
Which, to
Ayumu,
be fair, I have so little memory of OG Love Live. I always forget that plotline exists.
yeah, it's
So
a little.
whenever I remake my tier list, I will also have to consider the fact that Honoka did that exact thing as well.
Honoko is an
And
awful,
I've just heard
awful
gore.
person. Anyway, but that is like what sets Ayumu and Honoko apart for me, is that Ayumu did not make it anyone else's like this is a thing between her and you, and she kept it that way. Like she didn't have an outburst to Setsuna, even though like she was feeling
She
some
could've.
level of jealousy. She could
Yeah.
have. She had multiple times where Setsuna's like, hey, let's go do this together, and they went alone. And so the only thing that in the end, like, she doesn't make anyone else's problem. She keeps it between them. She didn't handle it great, but like, I get it. I get the position she's in where she's freaking the fuck out over potentially like, starting to lose one of her best friends. Not even one of her best friends, like her that's her ride or die, her goat.
Yeah.
And so in the end, they kind of reaffirm like, hey, you know what? We may be doing different things, but we're still each other's goats. And I thought that was fine. And so she survives season 1 with probably her and you are definitely some of the better characters, like on a writing wise in Love Live. And then season 2 allows her to just be more.
Season 2, she's definitely better. For me, by season 2, the damage is already done. And even I have always admitted, like, I don't think she's bad, but for me, just that moment of like, you're ride or die, right? Telling you this is what I want to do, and you rejecting that, even in the, like, I understand it's an emotional like state, and it's not what you wanted to say, but to me, that's just,
Well, she never
I
let her
just
say it
hate that
either,
so
is the
much.
interesting thing. Like,
That is also true. She did kind of just like deny her even saying it to begin with, out of just like, which it is maybe a
it's just
valid reason to
apprehension.
say,
Like,
say maybe a valid reason to say that, like, me saying she is words that we don't need to say on the
like
podcast.
she never
no reaction.
she never. So, well, the thing with Honoko, right, is she slapped Kotori,
Honoka
got mad
knew,
at her.
yeah.
Like Honoka straight up like was the real like Kotori was going to leave, and then Honoka stopped her from doing that. Ayumu never directly was like, no, you can't do this. Like, you're not allowed to. Fuck you, slap her. All that shit. Like, she didn't over. I mean, it was dramatic, obviously, but it wasn't like a Love Live drama type thing. Like,
Yeah.
for me, this does not land even in like top 5 most toxic things done in Love Live. Like, I just did not. Like, obviously, I can see why you wouldn't like it, but I think she recovers fine. No damage is really done, and then she becomes a very supportive friend later, and even at the end of season 2 was like kind of the flip side of that, where,
That is true.
they are
She does
both like, okay,
by end of season 2.
it's
I
like an
think she's recovered a
encouragement
decent
of like,
amount.
not even decent amount, she's recovered considerably, because at the end it's like, okay, you're going to be doing this competition thing, and I'm going to go on this like 2-week, international exchange thing to like do school idol stuff like in other countries, and very much so putting them apart, obviously. Like, she's going into fucking Britain, like enemy territory, all on her own, without you, obviously. And you is moving forward, doing like the competition thing. I think by the end of season 2, like, fucking season 1, that shit's in the dust. I don't give a fuck. And I didn't care at the end of season 1 either, because I think they got over it in a good way. Now, I mean, I guess there's like a little bit of like at the fucking stalker episode where she's like hanging out with Shizuku, but at that point it was played off more as like cute. She
Kind
like
of
took Setsuna along with her, that whole thing, and they end up having a fun time together and forming the unit, and it was not a big deal. So I think, for me, she catches way too much slander. Worst character in Love Live is insane. Natsume is right there. We cannot. I cannot fathom how.
To be fair, we've been saying this since before Superstar came out, and I'm not saying that that's still justified, but once the slander's out there, it's hard to get dethroned
I
just for
mean,
being a gremlin.
she's more than a gremlin, dude. It's just, dude, she.
I
All right.
also think most of us have just not had the conversation.
I just need to like start asking this to every guest that comes on. What do you think is worse, like general jealousy or like extortion? Not to be
This is very broad and.
It's our new
jealousy
new
or extortion, which is worse? Dude, it'd be so fire if we got Ed back on. We like gave him 3 scenarios, like Ayumu, Honoka, and Natsumi. Like, which is the most toxic?
That actually would be funny. I'm kind of down. Yeah, I agree with most things you say. It's like I said, I don't think I should have Ayumu at the bottom like I do, but to me, the way that the scenes and I think watching it weekly probably didn't help for me either. The way that everything went together, I was just really upset.
I mean, watching season 2 after
that,
helped, but I just don't think at the end of season 1 that, like, at worst, I would have been like more indifferent to her if I had only watched it then with the season 1. I don't know. When I think
once a character is ranked somewhere and then you wait a long time for another season, it's harder for them to move up than when it's like you're watching through it all.
I suppose,
for whatever it's worth.
But so when I had the season 1,
it's not necessarily
end of tier list.
Fair.
And in like that like waiting room was you, Rina, and Ayumu. Setsuna did move up to A from B after season 1. But yeah, I guess you.
Yeah, we've kind of not talked about you. I think the other issue that I had with Ayumu probably was the fact that I just loved Yu's like character arc in season 1 so much.
Yeah, so
and I wanted that moment that ended up being the drama moment to instead have been like a moment where Ayumu is just like fully ready and supportive, right?
Yeah,
like the opposite of what it felt like it was building
season
up to.
As she
I know,
it does.
It does eventually, but I think that's also a big part of it. Is that I like absolutely because Yu is my second favorite character from Nijigasaki, right next to Kanata. So I think I just really liked her character arc, and the way that I felt like Ayumu responded to it just felt so negative to me that it just like I was just like, no, I can't do it with this chick.
All right. Yeah, but this podcast is very blessed that Yu was genetically modified in a lab to be my favorite Nijigasaki character.
Yep.
I think everyone predicted her to be like everyone gave like their
at least top 3.
Like
I don't think anyone said she wouldn't be.
Yeah, like I think you and I were probably like the most popular picks, and then like Rina maybe.
But because I didn't have I picked, but I is also like all of their favorites.
Yeah, so the cult was trying to cope a little bit.
It's also all of them trying to be like, oh, he's going to be another I fan like us. As opposed to me being like, I'll be happy if he gives Kanata a B.
Yeah. But Yu was just a good, like, it's interesting. Different. She's the most interesting character in Love Live to me, just because she's not an idol. Like, that's just such a different... Nijigasaki is definitely the most different Love Live, and I can really appreciate that. I think Superstar Season 1 is still my favorite by, I gave it an 8, I think, and the Niji was just 7.5, both of them.
I think it's valid.
Like, these were definitely the most, these were definitely enjoyable, and it's just interesting. We got a lot more performances, obviously. Like, almost every episode.
A ton of songs, yeah.
Yeah, almost every episode in Season 1 had a song. Like, all the characters had a solo. It's just an interesting take on Love Live, and I'm surprised it didn't come after. I would have, if like I watched all these not knowing which order they came out in, like I would have just assumed Niji came last because it's so different from the other 3. Like I would have thought like after Superstar, they're like, you know what, maybe we should like try something else. We've done the same anime 3 times now.
That is true. Superstar is kind of just like.
Superstar is like the culmination of like the other formula, I guess. Like it's like the ultimate version in a sense. What kind of? Anyway, Yeah, I think the little thing with Ayumu is like a big boost to her at the end. Like that's what like threw her over Ayumu and Rina, like for sure. I didn't know how I felt about her. I don't have any of the characters at the very beginning, but as the season developed, like her emotional maturity in like this entire like obviously she was apprehensive about it, but like whenever the conversation did come up, she was ready to like answer that call. She's like, hey, we need to have this talk, you know, we can't let things be awkward between us. Like when Ayumu asked if Setsuna was more important to her, she like literally no hesitation, frame one said,
Instantly.
no, you are still my goat. And I think what she should have, like in that moment, she probably should have said, she said it later that like Setsuna only found out by coincidence, as opposed to anything else. But she didn't say it the first time. Not that I think it would have mattered that much in the beginning, but it's like the only thing I think she ever could have done differently at any point during that. And even after going through all that, whatever, she's like, okay, you know, things are awkward right now, but her like little group that's making her school idol festival thing is struggling, and I'm gonna help them, even without her. And I being like the greatest day right now. She's always in a good state. Like she, even all the characters being assholes, hey, you shouldn't. So like multiple people breathing down her neck in like the second season, being like, hey, you should like quit music. You know, you're not taking it seriously because you're doing the school idol shit too. But in the end, she's like, yeah, I like this. I like what I'm doing. I'm just gonna keep doing it. And so yeah, she's just a good character, and her drip is, she's not gonna be on the drip tier list, but
she do got drip.
Not that she's particularly drip. She's like the opposite of Yo. Yo just has like the most insane like fun outfits, and then Yu is like she's drippy by like not giving a fuck about her drip. She's like the kind of drip that I would wear. Like she's like throw on like sweatpants and a sweatshirt or some shit.
It'll be funny when we do the drip tier list later. Some of my characters have very different definitions of drip.
Yeah,
which we'll see.
But
I agree. Yeah. She's like the glue, which makes sense, right? Because she's the one that's not an idol, so of course. Yeah. But she's just kind of like the glue for the whole group, and like you said, super emotionally mature and just like kind of always the goat.
I mean, even they say at like the end of the season one that like, yeah, you are like she does a lot of things for him. Like you, yeah, you are the love light Nijisaki. Yeah, which like yeah, this club would like not be this club without you. I mean, it literally wouldn't like there would not be a club if she didn't get interested in what happened after seeing Setsuna perform. But yeah, that is the Love Live tier list. It's weird not having any. Well, I have the Sunshine movie still, but after that, I have no more.
Don't really have any meaningful Love Live left.
I don't have any Love Live. It's all gone. Like, what do I?
I mean, the Sunshine.
I'm not even like that big of a Love Live guesser, but just like
you're still like
under a month, I've gone through Sunshine, Superstar, and Dichi. That's like 70 episodes worth of content. Just like I'm done. There's no more. It's a withdrawal at this point. Yeah, no, waiting for what's it called in fall? Superstar season 3. My goat returns.
Yeah, Superstar 3. That is true.
But,
so for the big three, would you say that this is in order here, or are they just?
Yeah, I would say this is in order. Kanon is definitely my favorite Love Live character, followed by. Funny that we have you and Yo in the same. What's it called? Yes. But yeah, these are the goats right here of Love Live. Rina very close behind. Chi, all great, all contended at one point for S. But this is the big three. The big three. All
right.
We've spent a long time on the Love.
I'm gonna say also on part of the Love Live journey, Spatula has watched season 1.
I watched season 1, bro. I don't know. It was.
He watched the worst Love Live.
He watched the worst Love Live. Half of the worst Love Live.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I think season 1 is definitely like the worst Love Live. Which means theoretically he would have gotten to the Honoko slap. Actually, now that I think about it,
he would have.
You would have gotten to that part. Oh, yeah. We'll need your character tier list if you continue.
I don't know. Yeah, everybody's like C or D, honestly. No cap. I don't know. I have to think about it. I mean, I didn't hate like everybody, but like
just didn't fuck with
I
it.
hate to do
I mean,
a
I
new
get it.
one, but
I don't know, bro. It's just like I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, the
it's like
the originals are all pretty low on my list too, for the most part. Like none of them made it into S. It's
yeah.
pretty
I
weak.
was like looking at that. I was like, okay, yeah,
Unless you're like a
yeah.
Love Live, like Super Gasser, that's like a relatively weak group.
Yeah, it's just like I don't know. It's a different type of anime, not one I'm used to watching. I'll just say that. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
But moving on from Love Live, we've only spent an hour on Love Live. You
That
know,
was a really long time.
it
Yeah.
was longer than
yeah.
I
Well,
expected. Like maybe 40
I
minutes
mean,
at most, and then I guess
I mean,
this is
this
I didn't
is
know
gonna
the
be
series was that. Like,
this
you
is
know, we had
episode
a lot of
100. It's
characters,
probably
bro.
gonna be pretty long.
yeah. I mean, I do obviously like the tier list takes time. I felt the Ayumu discussion was always going to be like, I guess we built up to it for so long. It makes sense. It took a while to go through. This has been built up to for however many episodes. So yeah. All right. So next up on the agenda, this one will probably be pretty quick. Especially for me, because not much change for me. But we're gonna go through an updated top 10 for our. We started episode 1 with our top 10 anime of all time, just like introduce ourselves. And so we're gonna see if anything has changed for anyone
Yeah, Daniel,
over
if you're
time.
curious, this definitely needs updates. You've seen this recently, but now you can actually look at my list in its full glory.
Yeah, I don't think I've actually ever seen the full one, but yeah, I'll look at that afterward.
It
I
definitely
suppose.
needs updates as well, but all right, top 10.
Yeah, top 10. So for me, I don't remember what it was before,
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna pull up mine. Or
I'd have to like
We can find them. They're like so far back.
I can just like search for my messages and look at. Well, no, I can't search. Fuck, Discord is so dog shit, dude. Streamer mode is keeping me from being able to search for
Hold
anything.
on. I can
Find our list.
So there's mine. So your guys
oh, so mine
should
must
be
be. Or
somewhere
I'm sure I
slightly
have it somewhere
above.
in there. Oh yeah, I have it. I have
Yeah,
it.
yeah, it's like right
Okay, it's right
above.
up there.
Bro, I have to fucking. Is this the lull in the sea?
Yeah, everyone's here now, so good. Okay.
Fucking love chart. That's funny.
Yeah.
Fuck. Okay, there's mine. Okay, so I had ReZero on here initially just because I wanted like a more complete series than I didn't want to just say like Attack on Titan season 3 part 2, but I think I'll do that this time. So World End is still my favorite anime of all time. No change. Clanad still number 2. At number 3 instead of 86 would just like Attack on Titan season 3 part 2 specifically. But then back to 86.
Back to 86.
Yeah. So after this, the order of the top 10 doesn't matter too much. In the original, it was Elena, Somali, Bofuri, Orogairu, Gochumon, and Sugiyakire. Now, the Bofuri, Somali, Elena, and Gochumon all stayed. However, where the changes come in, so 9 and 10, I still love Orogairu and Sugiyakire, obviously. However,
Yeah.
Part of this was that one is something new, and one is something that I've let like cook in my mind for a while, and then as I expanded my top 10 to a top 25 on my annual list at least, and so I really really adore the Madoka movie, and so that is at number 9, and then Made in Abyss season 2 is at number 10. So that's the only 2 changes I've had was the addition of Madoka.
It's
And,
interesting that you
Made in
have
Abyss.
you're specifying seasons because mine is just the full.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, I did that too.
I
Like,
put
if
my
you had
favorite
to.
part of what's it called of whatever anime on
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Like I love both Free season 1 and 2. I love obviously both parts of 86. I guess I didn't specify 86 part 1. The only thing like specifically this is like Made in Abyss and Madoka are both great. Like they
Like
can be
Attack on Titan
yeah.
also.
Attack on Titan specifically is
right?
like I don't like the ending at all, and so season 3 part 2 that's like one of my peaks of fiction. I'm just gonna specify that season because I don't like the ending of Attack on Titan. But the rest of it stays. The rest of it you can just assume full series. Like Clanad and Clanad After Story are both great. Obviously, like I like After Story more. That's the one that's on my list. But you know, at the end of the day, it's Clanad. Like I love both parts. You can't do one without the other. But yeah, that's my updated. Only a couple changes, but they are changes nonetheless.
Okay, I guess I'll go next.
Okay.
So my top 10, it just looking at it carefully. I think okay. So my old top 10 was number 1 Steins Gate, number 2 Code Geass, then Death Note, Nagina Asakara, Real Life, Amagi Brilliant Park, Classroom of the Elite, Toradora, Yamada and the Seven Witches, which is crazy. Promise
It
Neverland.
is funny sometimes looking back at
Yeah,
stuff
because
like
that got
this. Like
pushed down like season
nothing on my
9.
list is that crazy,
It's
but
almost
Yeah.
it
been
is
2 years
sometimes
at this
funny.
point.
Yeah,
So
it's fair enough, right? So my number 1 and 2 are the same Steins Gate Code Geass. I had Attack on Titan as 3, but like I don't know. Yeah, I would say it's like uh
It's
I
up
had like
did you
some
ever finish that
seasons.
actually?
I have one half of the final season to finish. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. Dude, listen, I watched Love Live season 1. Okay,
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah,
You
a
did do that.
superior piece of media to Attack on Titans, and
there we go. But
Yep, at
I had
number
like
4, Love Live.
no, no, no. I had like season 1 and season 3 part 2 as like tied with Death Note. So whatever, it's like somewhere in there, 3, 4. Um, then Death Note, and then Kaguya-sama, which I mean, I love that show. That show is just awesome. It's really funny, and like I mentioned before, you know, I'm not one to laugh at anime usually. Just I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm an unfunny guy. But Kaguya-sama, and then Link Click, which
New
I don't know.
edition.
I think that show is
Yep.
like crazy good.
We've watched your your evolution with Link Click.
Dude, I love that show. That show's awesome. And then Amagi Brilliant Park is still on there. Um, I think it's just because like some stuff moved around. And there's also like ties and things like that. I still love that show. Nagina Asakara. Yeah, I think these are all ties. That's why it's like it's out of
So it's
order
all
technically.
yeah.
Amagi Brilliant Park, Nagina Asakara, Oshinoko I have up there. It's a great show. And then Real Life is up there. Yeah, this is just it's all out of order because of ties.
Mm.
But just going off my Annie list, I'm trying to think what I'm trying to count here. What has actually changed? So there's no
Like
more
Classroom of the
Toradora, no
Elite's
Yamada,
gone.
no more Promised
Yeah.
Neverland,
no class
no
from
more
the
Classroom of
elite.
the Elite. Yeah, I think it's those 4. But it's like some stuff has moved around, and there's also things with multiple
Yeah.
seasons. But yeah, and I think actually if I like extend it to like 11, 12, there's some that are tied, like Toradora. Yeah, it's like technically still there, but yeah. I don't know. It's changed a decent amount. I think it's just like mostly the top end has kind of like shifted with Kaguya-sama and Link Click, and yeah.
Yeah, mine
Well,
is mine kind of did a similar thing where it was like kind of split the seas part way at like a point
yeah.
in my list. So my old list was it had Fate Zero as number 1, and then Anohana 86. I think at the time I had only seen 86 part 1. I had read parts 2 and 3. Well, not 2 and 3, but the volumes 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So the season 2 stuff. Code Geass, FMAB, Assassination Classroom, Haikyuu, One Piece, Place Further Than the Universe, and Ascendance of a Bookworm. And I think originally when I made this list too, there were like certain things. So like I had put like Haikyuu a little higher on the list because it was, favorite sports anime at the time, and like, put One Piece on there just because it's One Piece, my,
Hmm.
favorite piece of fiction and stuff like that. And then so this time when I made the list, kind of just strictly is the 10 things that I think right now, looking at everything I've watched that's like decently high up, are just the things that I enjoyed and also invested the most in.
I just realized I had the Love Live tier list on the screen like the entire time. It's back to normal now.
They can soak that up. So at number 1 now is 86. It has taken over Fate Zero. This has definitely happened. Like, this is not a surprise. This is definitely something that's been talked about on the podcast. But I think at this point, 86, my favorite male character, one of my top 5 favorite female characters. I've read more of the series, which I guess shouldn't impact this list, but I just really enjoy the series. And I have Fate Zero, Anohana, still rounding out the top 3. And then here's where we inject the newcomers. So next I have the Fate Babylonia, Fate Grand Order show, which is an absolutely phenomenal adaptation of one of the game stories, which just features a lot of my favorite characters. And so it's a little bit of like tailored to me a bit because it has so many of my favorite characters, but it was just so well done. And it's Fate, and I'm a Fate head, unfortunately. Then I have Magirevo. I've talked a lot about Magirevo. Love the series. And then, maybe surprisingly, my next one is Madoka. And I only say surprisingly because I've kind of been sitting on Madoka for a while,
Yeah, like,
debating
you still
whether it
haven't done the
should.
movie just yet, neither.
Yeah, exactly. I haven't done the movie just yet. I've been looking at it and looking at some of these things, like the Code Geasses, the FMABs, like the stuff that I've had near the bottom of my top 10 contenders, Haikyuu, stuff like that. And I was kind of like, where does Madoka stack up for me? And there might be some recency bias still, but I think after sitting on it, Madoka is just such an interesting, plot
It's cool.
that it
It's
was
so
just
cool.
I feel like if there was like a full One Piece level 1,000 chapter manga or something from Madoka, I would have read that immediately, right?
Yeah, there are a lot of like
Like if
features of the world that like don't get totally expanded on that have potential to be like incorporated into a longer story, which I like. So yeah, I
yeah,
agree.
I think if Madoka had all of the extra material post anime, obviously I still have a movie to finish. I'm terrible at watching
Hmm.
movies,
There's
although
also,
attempts
like,
to.
the Magier record shit. I don't know. I think most people are like, this shit's ass,
Most
or, like,
people say
at
they're
least
kind of bad.
comparatively. But,
Yeah,
like, I think
Oh,
maybe they have,
same,
like,
yeah.
really good cuts of animation at times, but otherwise they're, like, not worth it. Maybe I'll watch them one day, but they're definitely not gonna be, like, the
Yeah.
same, obviously. Because I think it's just, like, different characters, shit like that, Anyway, continue.
yeah. So it's like after sitting on it, looking at some of the stuff that I have up there, maybe I need to do like an entire rehaul of a lot of my top tens, and but I still think Madoka's probably comfortably in the top 10 after really kind of letting it sit there and think about it. Next one, we'll see if this one lasts, but Bocchi the Rock. Reading it's probably influenced me a bit on this, but it just really hit like all of the notes that I wanted of a good music anime. It has great music to it also. So I think similarly to how like my last list, I did have like favorite sports. I think this like favorite music kind of ended up around here.
Yeah.
And then rounding it out, Code Geass, FMAB, Assassination Classroom from the
I love
previous
how it's
list.
S
All
class now.
it is S
I
class.
think that's a good abbreviation. I like that.
S class is
It's
the
funny. It's like an
only way to
abbreviation that,
abbreviate
like, protects the show from being, like, made fun of by being called ass
True.
class.
by
Like,
being
you can't call it ass class, right? Because that's just it's the abbreviation for the
That's
show.
just what
They
it
don't give a
is.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you can't insult it that way. But yeah,
Can we do a top 10 worst anime list? Sorry, I was
I don't.
going through some of the
Worst is
music I
crazy.
posted.
We have done a top 100,
We
or not
did a
top 100,
worst,
top
didn't we?
10.
We
We
didn't
did.
do it. We didn't do it today, nor do I think it would have changed that much. But
I
I
don't
just happened to
remember
notice it
when we did it.
on my
Like,
scroll bar.
we do it for the 1 year? I don't think we did. I don't remember when we did it because it wasn't. I don't think it was an episode.
It
Maybe
was
it
like
was
a while
actually.
ago.
It might have been an episode
There's,
specifically.
I see like July 2022. That had
Like,
to have been like first 10 or so.
let me like go through our what's it called? Because we love trash anime. That was just us talking about like oh yeah,
I think
cool.
it was like
Yeah,
right before the.
July 30th, 2022, our top 10 worst anime. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like right before the Joey episode.
Yeah, it was a little bit
Anyway,
right for
so
it.
that's my top 10. A little bit of movement,
Yep.
nothing too crazy.
So I
I'm
guess
sure like if I really got into the nitty-gritty, there's probably some stuff I would maybe put here instead of like Code Geass or FMAB. They're so good and they've defined a lot of the like anime I've watched that it's hard for me to leave them out.
They're classics
Just
for a
off the
reason.
basis of exactly, just off the basis of like I might like a Haikyuu more nowadays, but like Code Geass was essentially the first anime that like had me at the edge of my seat the whole time, right?
Right. I guess before we move on to the drip tier list, there's one thing. I thought I had the fucking picture saved. I guess not. I'm clowning. I have a power rankings update. We haven't done that in a while.
Oh, true.
Ooh, nice.
I have to fucking log. Let me just log into my phone rather than mess up the tier list I already have set up. Because I have that full screen right now, so we can get a better view, obviously, on the Hujima what's it, the screen. Let's see, projects. I could have sworn I saved this, but it's here anyway. But this will be the April 2024 download. I can I gotta bring up the screen anyway. There's the Love Live tier list. Soak that in one more time while I get the fucking next picture. This is the world's longest download. Holy shit, dude. It should not take this long. I understand on my mobile, but like, come on. There we go, damn.
Come on, guys.
Okay. I'll upload it in here first so I can save it to my computer. Now the upload gonna take a long time. Okay, you know what? I'll just switch the data. There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. There's been some shifting going on there. Let's see.
Okay.
There's a bit of shit.
Oh, this is level. Yeah.
I will probably be doing an update soon, but I do not have one yet. I do foresee a little bit of shifting, but I am waiting to finish some stuff I've been reading lately for
Where
mine.
did I put it? Okay, it went into the spat character drip folder for some reason. There we go. Here's the power rankings on my screen here. So, some shifts. Lack of Bochi the Rock content. I have to read Bochi the Rock. Maybe she can move back up afterward. But she's dropped a little bit down to 23. Nozomi, I think I can't remember where she was before this. I think it's 22. Nozomi just doesn't have. There's no pre-con content. I'm not allowed to enjoy this character anymore because Crunchyroll hates me. And then Shinoaki hasn't had content for 5 years. The novels aren't translated, so
Pre-con story is getting translated on YouTube, so you could always
fuck that, dude.
watch that. I don't know that you're getting much Nozomi content out of that, but
I want to play the fucking game, bro. Oh my god, whatever. At the end of the day, it going end of service probably saves a lot of money on my part, but I like the game, so I'm sad it's gone. Shizuka, as a result of other people dropping down, has moved up to 22, and then we have a new addition to the tier list, which kicked out Nanako from before. Into 26, we have Kanon from Love Live.
Based.
I just really like her character. She's just so fun. I want to see her voice actress in other things. She's so good as Kanon. Like,
Has she still not done anything?
I don't think so. Like, if she has, she hasn't done, like, much more. Like, maybe,
Yeah.
like, one random side character.
Look.
I can bring up any lists on my phone, I guess. I mean, handicapped.
She is literally nothing. Literally nothing.
She's just...
Okay.
She is so good. She easily could be another...
Build.
She could be
She's
another
only
character
21.
easily. Yeah, she's very young. She has the opportunity to do more, but like...
Yeah, that also comes into play. But
she...
Very interesting.
Yeah, she very well... She should do more. She should do a lot more. Maybe after Superstar is done, she'll move on to greener pastures as, like, a voice actress. Because it's not like, you know, just because you're in Love Live, you're not allowed to do anything. Like, I guess Kanon's paying well enough, but, like, there's some pretty solid voice actresses throughout Love Live that you know, to get other roles, so, you know, hopefully she gets more at some point. I'd like to see her in other things. But yeah, that is the, what's it called, the tier list here. Not tier list, fuck, power rankings. Anyway, this is tier list.
My update's coming soon, but I have a few fringe characters that need to be fully decided upon.
Stream the drip tier list to the boys here. So window
we just
capture.
kind of picked characters for this.
Why is this not popping up on the fucking OBS? Oh, probably so I don't
Oh,
have
you
the.
didn't
There we
even
go.
use the pictures I sent you. That's valid.
No, well, I do. So what I'm gonna through the episode. So
You're gonna, yeah.
these are for the
You're
tier
gonna,
list. I'm going to
yeah.
put pictures on the screen of the characters and their drip. Fuck, I want to send them on the Discord too. How if I bring up Discord? Oh fuck, that's Steam. Fuck. If I bring up Discord, okay, I didn't fuck with it. I can post them in here because I have folders of different character drips that I can bring up. So on this tier list, some of these characters have the Supreme. If I typed in Google like
If
that
you could
character
find a
name Supreme, I would put it in, but like not all of them had it. All of mine had it. I don't know how the fuck that
Also,
worked. The stars aligned for
your
that one, but
stream right now, at least for us, is a little bit cut off. I don't know if it's the
well,
same
what
for
parts
them.
can you not? No, it's
It's
not.
the very
I can see what's going
bottom.
on for. Well, yeah, it's cut
Yeah.
off for a reason. I just have to like. This
Okay,
is the
gotcha,
full
gotcha,
screen. This
gotcha.
is like the best way they can view.
I'm just letting you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so first up, we have one of Spat's
Why is
characters that
this
he's.
character here?
Yeah, so I gotta be honest, Spat. Your drip submissions, they're all looking pretty dripless.
Dude, I know. I couldn't find it, bro. Like, okay. I know.
So on screen right now
anything,
is the drip he submitted.
Like, I think
for
I
Light
could have done
Yakuza.
better, but I feel less
No.
bad now.
Okay. Wait. What is it? Okay, whatever. No.
Okay, so this is the drip he submitted. So we got the
No, dude, this one's iconic, bro. This is iconic. We'll get to it.
yeah, not to
It's
say that it's
iconic.
like
Okay.
No, I'll tell you why it's iconic. But
Yeah.
I mean, go for it. Why is the average
Bro,
Japanese
have you seen
salaryman
the memes
fit?
with like him and SpongeBob? Like they have the same like outfit.
I mean, it's
What,
like
with the
kind
red
of
tie?
close.
Yeah,
Like,
kind of,
they both
sure.
have a red tie,
You're
but I
like,
don't feel like
Nah.
here's the thing. Just because it's a meme, but this isn't like this isn't drip.
It's not. I mean, yeah, it's not. But it's.
I mean, I do like kind of drip. I feel like at least one of the characters that I submitted has like 2 outfits, and I'm like, but they're so good.
True. Okay.
Probably
We'll get to it. I'll be in dripless, but
So
gotta take
it's
some.
I get it, but at the same time, it's just a suit. It is a nice suit.
It's a nice suit. It's just, but it's like, is it drip? You know,
It's. I mean,
He's got good color choices. I think it goes well.
It's not ugly, but it's not drip. You know,
I think
you're right.
Which, to be fair, we need to have some low drip characters. Otherwise,
Yeah,
what's the point
exactly.
of the tier list, right?
Yeah.
I submitted a couple that have some unique.
Yeah,
unique
I diversified a bit. I feel like the only way you can make a suit like hyper drippy, there's like 2 ways. You can get a white guy in an all black suit or a black guy in an all white suit, and you'll never look more dapper than that moment right there.
Also, to be fair, the clean, simple look is like, you don't have to be flashy to.
Yeah, it's nice and simple, but all right, we'll take votes.
I think the problem is this is about drip, right?
This is about drip,
not just dress nice.
Yeah.
Because I think this is where the line between like he dresses nicely and he got drip varies. Because like for example,
to me like drip is like, yeah, it is like
when we get
fashion, but it's also like
when we get to my first character, we'll talk about this because he's gonna have a similar issue, but not the same.
Okay, so let's take votes every character on like the tier, and we can do averages or majority rules, see whatever the fuck. If I guess if it's a 3-way tie, we'll try and like average it out somewhere. If it otherwise majority rules. Okay, I vote dripless.
I will also vote dripless. It's a nice suit. It's just not drip.
Yeah. Okay. I agree.
Okay.
We'll put them in dripless.
Next up, we have my submission. One of my submissions. We have Yo from Love Live Sunshine. Topical. Let's see. Let me open the Daniel character drip. Let's see.
Which gacha characters is kind of cheating, but
well, she's in an anime, so I didn't use any. Well, actually, this one might be card art. Anyway,
I definitely think I sent you card art for one of mine also, but it's fine.
That's how drip goes sometimes. Okay, so I have a few pictures of her to throw in. I'll just dump all 4, and then I'll like switch between them on the YouTube side of things. Actually, I'll save.
Oh, we get the picture dump. Nice.
Okay.
I will be ready to pick.
I have 2 more to send after this as well, but they're like individual. What's it called? This last one's gonna be kind of hard to see because it's the only like full shot I could find of that fit. But
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, this is Yo of the Love Live variety.
Like anyone who wears a hat with their name on it and it works, that's like just the definition of drip. You could see a character do it and it doesn't work, and then it's anti-drip,
Oh, it's so big. Holy
but it
shit.
just works.
This one's interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Pants are, oh, I guess it's not pant. Like it's like
Wait, like the which one are you
The
talking
little
about?
fucking it looks like almost like a ninja outfit.
yeah, it kind of does look.
The hair like
The
training
bottom,
fit with the
yeah,
beanie.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Also, this third picture you posted is from the Yohane spinoff.
Yeah, I know. She's
Okay,
still
just
she's
so
still
you know.
dripping even in another.
It still
another role.
matters. Yeah. I just had to let you know that that's the source of this
Holy
one.
shit! Some of these pictures are so big and some of them are so small. This Yohane is, or not Yohane, fucking the Yohane version is so fucking big, dude. I this is like 5 times I've had to like shrink it down a little more. Okay, good enough. That's her whole fit. She got like the little aviator goggle thing going on. You know, it's very cute. I guess she like delivers mail in this world or some shit. I don't
She
know.
does.
Okay.
That is exactly correct. She is the mailman.
Yeah, you never seen a mail carrier look better. And then the final thing I haven't put on the what's it called the screen here. I'm
This is
guessing the
interesting.
like surfing one is card art. Fuck, I moved the screen.
Serving one's definitely card art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I think she's worn that outfit. Maybe she hasn't.
I don't remember it. I think she had like a blue swimsuit, the one I can
She
remember.
probably hasn't. Yeah.
But yeah, that is
Either way,
that is Yo drip.
I think card art's fine. I think the difference is if I submitted like 10 gotcha characters with card arts, it would definitely be cheating.
Yeah, but I only have
We always
But
go
one.
on
you had
all
the
of
one,
those.
and I only had one too. I thought about it, and I was like, card art's definitely not fair.
I think it's a part of the drip, you know, at the end of the day.
So here's my thing with Yo.
Yeah.
She makes her drip, and I think that cannot be undersold here.
She is like she's the drip queen in my opinion.
Like it's
I
not
like
like
that.
she
I
just
like
got
that.
good outfits. Like she designs and makes some of these outfits, and they work. So to me, it's an S.
Oh, you
'Cause
can't
that's, like,
you
her
can't see it
thing.
by the way, but we mentioned how she has her name on her one of her hats. She has her name on it's like the side of her training outfit pants. She has her
Yeah.
name. There's just no like good way to get her fucking outfit in a picture besides what I put. So
I
I
like the blue beanie or whatever the hat is.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like so you can't really
I'm
see it, but
going
she has like the little like very small like pigtails, I guess, twin tails. I don't even know what the I guess it would be pig. I don't know. Hairstyle. Anyway, this is not the hairstyle tier list, but she do be driven. I think S as well. Maybe I'm
Sure.
a little bit
Sure.
biased, but
there might be a little bias,
I
but
like
at
it,
the
I
same
like it.
time, it's like a lot of the characters I picked were also characters that had many outfits, and it's kind of like the same logic to me. It's like pull off a lot of outfits, but also to me the fact that she like makes the outfits and they're like customized to her sometimes just is so fun.
yep. All right. So that is our first S tier. We have the two extremes here. We have Supreme Drip and fucking Dripless going on here. Oh, I should make S tier Supreme. Why didn't I think about that? Holy shit.
Yeah, that is true.
All right.
Fixed.
So, next up, we have another spatula submission here. We have
Okabe. The lab
we
coat.
have-
Oh, the
we have
lab coat
Okabe
is fire. Okay, he
with,
actually
Okay,
wears that.
I will
everywhere.
give you this. Lab coat is fire.
lab coat. It is interesting. It's not like a work clothing thing, right? It is just like a typical. That is him. You know, that's his outfit.
Yeah.
He feels like wearing. Instead of
Like
just,
I think there is something to be said for tasteful lab coat.
Facts. I'm about
Granted,
to buy one right now.
This is not drip that would ever fly in real life.
yeah, you
But in the
cannot.
context of
How
anime
will-
characters, I think there is some validity for lab coat drip.
You're really confident to pull this one off.
Yeah, you can't be going around acting like he does in a lab coat in like real life without getting put on like Twitter or something, made fun of by hundreds of thousands of people. But
Bro, 5 million views on TikTok within the first day. Yeah.
yeah, it's not dripless. For the reasons that
It's
this
certainly
is this
not
is
on the
this is
list.
very atypical, even if it is basic.
True, true. You know what? You're right. Yeah.
I'm willing to put this at a C. I'm not going to put him in drip list. I'm willing to put him at a
C's
C.
crazy, bro. It's gotta be a B. It's gotta be a B.
Mm.
PK is the ultimate decider here.
I'm also gonna say C. I think
Okay.
I like the
I
lab.
just feel like
Alright.
I feel like B is too much for like we have like the two like extremes here. We can't be given
True, true.
a
Okay,
lab
okay,
coat a
fair
B. You know, is a
I think
lab
this is
coat
one
really
of
in
those
between?
things. Yeah, I think it's one of those things where he's been invited to the decisions of the top of the tops, right? So he's not coming out last, but he's competing with some drippy characters.
True,
I
true,
feel
true.
like in Steins Gate Zero, he has some decent like suit drip that
Oh, the black. Yeah.
yeah, like the black suit. But that's
That was
you didn't
clean,
submit
I
it,
like
so you know we're blind. Anyway, next up we have this is an iconic drip here. Subaru from ReZero.
the tracks.
Yeah, the Subaru tracksuit.
Nah, bro. I'd be wearing this in high school, bro.
There is other drip, but it includes spoilers, so I can't give it to him.
So we are only doing the tracksuit.
I can only show the tracksuit. Yeah, unless you want his like butler
Okay.
outfit too.
So
I guess he wears
the
that.
problem, yeah, butler outfit that he does wear that.
Oh, true, true.
I would say the problem is Fat and I will only be voting on tracksuit is the thing you have to
Yeah.
consider here.
Yeah, he has outfits in later series, but I don't think any of them can show him cleanly without spoiling. So I'm not gonna fuck with that. It's complicated, but yeah, I cannot show you his other drip. Not that I think his updated drip is like a game changer, but it's different.
Yeah, that's valid.
I guess-
I don't know.
Here's his butler.
It's just the
Boom.
tracksuit. There's the butler.
I like
It is
that.
a
I
nice
like
butler outfit. I'll give you that.
Yeah, it's got like the
I
brown
mean, it
vest.
certainly, to me, it certainly cannot be above lab coat.
I'm willing to put it in a C. Like it's a very
Yeah,
it's
see, it's
it is iconic, but we already argued against icon as
Yeah.
Light Yagami is
C is fine. A
dripless.
tracksuit, you know, it can be okay at times.
I just never put
But,
Subaru's picture on the screen. I'll do that while we discuss the next character, I guess. that should be very difficult to
This character,
what's it called him, but
they copy the right picture.
okay. So the next character after Subaru is Trunks from Dragon Ball Z.
Okay, dude.
So there's another character with not many outfits. Basically, what do you mean, okay, dude? Look at him. This is iconic.
No, I like everything except the boots, bro. The boot, I don't know what's going on there.
I mean, that's like Dragon Ball drip.
Yeah, fair
Right
enough,
there,
fair enough.
right?
Yeah,
They all
everyone
got
has
big
like the weird pointed boots or whatever the fuck.
Yeah, that's fair.
For me, this is those ones I was just thinking of characters that I think of as like drip and like stuff like that. And to me, even though I don't watch Dragon Ball or do anything, I always thought Trunks was just one of the coolest characters aesthetically.
He's a cool dude.
And so I was like, you know what? I'll put Future Trunks in there.
He has some
He's just like
updated
good
drip, I
outfit,
guess.
some drip.
He wore the Saiyan suit within Z, and then he came back in Super. Though I'd say he definitely downgraded his outfit. If I look up Dragon Ball Super Trunks, it's probably going to be like the younger version of him.
That's the other weird thing too, is I was like, if it's all Trunks, that's really weird. So I was like, I guess just Future Trunks.
Yeah, this is like the best I can find. My computer is like killing itself right now. Probably because I'm streaming. I have an OBS recording and running. A lot's going on the computer right now. But yeah, he's got like a. It's not like bad drip. I like the bandana and he has in Super, but
yeah, I think he just has good outfits. I don't think he has a lot of outfits. Kind of similar to like a lot of our lower characters here. I have like one, maybe two, like really good outfits. To me, it's like I know a couple good Trunks outfits, but they're not like the craziest thing.
Yeah. I feel like I'm willing to say B here, maybe A. I can't. It's a difficult choice because he's definitely drippy. He doesn't have a large assortment of drip, though. You know.
Yeah, he doesn't have a lot of drip, but
he's like a one trick wonder. I'm thinking B, like a high B, but B.
Oh, Drip Wonder, I like that.
Uh,
Sure. I
I'll
have
let
a strong
special.
opinion.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What's your
This
strong opinion? Come on.
no, I said, yeah, I don't know. Like, it's just, it's very Dragon Ball Z. Like, I don't know.
I'm
It's
also
like,
gonna say B. It is
yeah, he's,
specialized to the show. To me, this is just
yeah,
like iconic drip. To also in my
but
head, right?
yeah.
All right.
All right, let me
Next up we
start
have Nami from
posting
One
some
Piece.
pictures.
Yeah, you gotta get some pictures
These
in
are
here because you only sent the
they're
one.
tiny.
She's got like the goofy like animal scarf going on here.
Listen, Goofy Animal Scarf is
I didn't say it was fire, but
Nami's just one of the honestly all of One Piece has like tons of outfits in it. They change outfits pretty much every arc. A time skip Nami for a little bit kind of doesn't change outfits. She just ends up being a bikini and
yeah, I'm noticing a trend here.
well, you're
These
seeing
images are
her.
tiny
I'm going
bit.
through time right now, so
Yeah,
you're also you're
I
seeing a
feel like
few
as
trends.
time goes on, her like waist gets thinner and her boobs get bigger.
Her arms look
Her arms,
strange
she's
too.
got some length to them, dude.
The One Piece art's crazy. I need. There's one more I wanted to post, but I have to actually find that because it's not on the.
Are these images for ants?
These are images for hands.
Okay, this one
They're
doesn't.
they're kind of tiny. They're all from the wiki.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be
Um,
downloading any of these. You want to fucking see what One Piece Nami looks like? You can Google it.
yeah, it's fine. You can find it. It's just she's got a lot of outfits. I think a lot of them look good. There are some misses in her wardrobe, and it's also there's some boring ones. I mean, base Nami like original outfit is okay, and like the movie outfits I'm not really including here, but there's some fun movie outfits. But it's just like I think for the female characters I picked, it was a lot of like they have many outfits and do like look good in a lot of them. And
Yeah,
that's kind of how Nami ended up here.
I feel like I'm willing to say A for variety. There's a lot here. Um,
So a lot here. I think that there's not like there's a couple that I like a lot personally, but
yeah, I feel like if we put like all of them. If you showed me every single outfit, like at some point, I would just like be like, yeah, some of these are fire. You know, some of them not so much. I feel like A
yes,
is like an
exactly.
easy. What's it called to just
She's
throw?
surprisingly hard to find actual pictures of her outfits because it just shows fucking cosplayer
Yeah,
stuff. Like you search for Nami outfits, and I can find the cosplay for every single outfit that matters. And I'm like, that's not really what I'm here for.
yeah,
But I would say like a lot of One Piece characters have like surprisingly good drip, at least as far as the Straw Hats go.
yeah.
Just a
All right.
funny picture of some of the other ones.
Next up,
Yeah, I would also say
we have Chisato from Licorice Recoil. Another one of my submissions. Let me drop her drip over in the Discord here. I'll save that one for its own picture since it's a taller one. I had more. Where the fuck are they? There's one. Maybe I only did 3. She has a lot of outfits in like certain scenarios, I guess. There's one I couldn't get a
she's
good
kind
picture of, and
of
I didn't feel like
yeah.
going to the. I didn't feel like going to the what's it called for it the episode to go get it, but
Yeah,
she do be. There's
kind
like
of like a
a
fun
whole like
choice.
part of the opening dedicated to her and talking, having drip.
I like
That is true.
the red outfit, the bottom right one. That one's a
Her
classic.
like
That
that's
looks
her
good.
uniform.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I saw this one when I was googling, but just to see what the other ones. I like this one. The color of
Yeah,
this one.
there's like
Works
it's like
well.
part of the opening. They do like a little spin that shows her and the
Yeah.
other female lead in different outfits.
Mhm.
She do be dripping.
I'll give it a solid A or something. I don't know. It seems pretty good. It's not super like flashy, but it
I think the
works. It
thing
works.
that I like for her sometimes, and you can see it with this first picture, sometimes she changes her little hair ornament to
Ooh,
like
true. I didn't notice that.
match the outfit. Um, I think it's like this is kind of the opposite of what we just had with Nami, where Nami had a
Yeah, that's what
lot
I was looking
of
for.
yeah, Nami had a lot of quantity, and like some were really high quality and some are kind of mid, and then it's like for me, there's not a ton of outfits here, but they're all pretty good. So I think I'd also probably say A.
Yeah, I'm willing to put the A
Like,
on
if there
that
was
one.
more Licorice Recoil content for us to get more Chisato outfits, I think she would be S.
Yeah, she has more outfit. I'm just too lazy to go get all of them. It would take
That's
time.
how one of my characters when we get to, I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't got nothing, but I swear, like cover arts and stuff, got some fun.
But yeah, that
um,
I can agree with A here. Or A drip. I really wanted to put all of these people in Supreme jackets. It would have taken too much time. I was hoping
it
all
would
of
have been
mine
really
had
funny.
them, so I'm like, surely everyone else
We were
has.
hoping that we would just
Yeah,
send.
I'm
I
like
couldn't find for a lot of mine either.
well, no, I looked for mine in Supreme outfits or yours in Supreme outfits. They just don't have them. I
I'm
didn't feel like
surprised some
making
of
them.
mine don't have.
I
Yeah,
really thought like at least like Nami would have one, but then she didn't.
that's
I'm
what
like,
I would have
no,
thought.
Nami has no drip. Like what?
I'm surprised. We'll see him later, but I'm surprised Yusuke doesn't have one. I feel
Yeah, I
like
mean, Yu Hakusho's a
he
little older, so
must
I'm
somewhere.
not as surprised. I was just surprised more than anything that like I don't know, a Love Live character had one, fucking Elena has one. Like all my characters had them. I'm like, surely, like this is just a thing. Like someone put every anime character in drip for some reason. I knew Trunks would have one. Obviously, like Goku, like is the big reason this fucking stupid jacket is so memed. But um, yeah. Anyway. Moving on, we have another one of my submissions. I kind of set this one up for failure here. I'm not gonna lie. We have Bochi from Bochi the Rock.
Uh,
She
uh, freaking sweater, bro.
got the
Oh,
tracksuit again, basically.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yes, it is a tracksuit. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we went by fan art standards, she has every member of that band has drip. Unfortunately, we're not doing that. Um, she is basically here to be dripless.
Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I respect the fact that we need some some driplesses. It's the problem is she's like canonically dripless, right?
Yeah, it's nothing
Perfect.
Like it's
it's
a
nothing
gag.
personal, you know. They put her in a different outfit literally one time, like that wasn't in like some fantasy or whatever, and then she like perished immediately afterward. So she's like the potential to be drippy. All the fan artists they see the potential in Bochi to be drip queen. However, she doesn't give a fuck. She stays in her tracksuit at all times. The only like differentiation, I guess, being sometimes she has the pantsuit on, sometimes she just has the skirt, you know. But yeah, I pretty easy dripless. I had the yo on my list, so I'm like I have to have like the opposite here. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I definitely some of mine I picked and I was like they probably won't do super well, but I like their their outfits.
yeah. But next up we have Saya from Bing Dream.
Okay, I'm photo dumping right now.
Had the shit prepared.
I've just during the whole Bochi segment, I've
Yeah,
just been
you're
going through my
preparing for it.
pictures.
Yeah. Alright.
I mean, once again, gotcha character is a little bit of cheating.
A little bit.
Also, my favorite, just anime character at all. Also, still cheating. Um, I mean, yeah, it's just a lot of outfits. Obviously, card arts are a little bit of cheating, but Saya is one of those characters too.
Drip is drip.
Card arts, like you get a lot of casual outfits with her, and then most of what I posted is like performance outfits because those are the really nice arts
Yeah.
in the game. But like, there's a lot of ones that if you search around, you'll find like. And the problem is most of the casual ones are just her in the school outfit, so they're all kind of repetitive. But like you'll find arts like this, just her in school outfit with some bread, looking cute. I wish I could find. I've seen a lot of like, um, how do I put it? Like profile, like just face pictures of some of the casual outfits that I wish I could post
Yeah.
more easily. But yeah, she's got tons of cute outfits. Does like a lot of casual and like performance outfits, obviously, because gotcha moment. I mean, she has similar style to Yo, in
Right.
a way
In a
with like
sense,
card
yeah.
arts because they're both kind of like occupying a similar space for like fans too
Yeah.
aesthetically. So
It's
it's
like the
like
main difference would be she doesn't like gas herself up with her own drip.
yeah, exactly. The main difference, obviously, their character is completely different too. But the main
Yeah.
difference being like they're like the brown-haired characters that are in their shows, so they have a bunch of similar outfits. Like the one,
Like they're
I guess
both
it's
like
kind of a
performance
swimsuit
artists.
outfit. Yeah, it's kind of a swimsuit outfit. The one with her with the little navy flags and the hat and everything that just like screams yo outfit.
Yeah, like Yo has probably worn something like exactly like that at some point in time.
Yeah, so perhaps a little cheating. S.
I'm willing to say yes, just because what we have is good, and then there's probably more out
Or
there.
Yeah.
maybe gotcha characters secret.
Gotcha characters are cheating because like the
They have to
games are just designed around let us
Drip.
drop more drip so you
designed
spend
around
money
drip.
on it. Yeah.
Yep. Next up, we have Spatula's next entry here. I don't know his name.
One from freaking okay.
From Link Click.
See, yeah, I mean it's dripless, but like, bro, I don't know. To me, like the clean look, it's like it's iconic. I don't know. Let me post an actual like
Yep.
Yeah, I can
large pic. I
drop
posted.
the
I
one
mean, I
you
sent.
gave me.
Yeah, it's like cropped, but like, oh, okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, that one works. And
This
dude,
is like his
it's just
outfit.
to me, it's like the clean look is like that's all you need. But I get it, I get it. It's not like fashionable. It's not.
I feel like if we put the suit in dripless, I feel like we gotta put the only addition
The
here.
collared
I've
shirt,
resigned
black
myself to being
undershirt.
dripless forever.
Like
It's okay.
this is
I
just
accept
what
this fate.
just like what I wear to work on a
Dude,
like,
you wear yo,
Yeah.
you must look clean,
I
bro. Respect.
I don't well not exactly. I have the pants, I have the t-shirt, and then maybe like a jacket or something, and then
Okay, you know what?
I don't wear a
That's
watch, but like
pretty good.
just he looks like he's about to go pick up a shift at a 7-Eleven or something. I just
That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. That's harsh. That's harsh.
maybe it's a little
7-Eleven
harsh,
is
but
crazy. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. We'll put him in dripless, but it's a clean look. Don't sell
I'm not.
yourself
I
short,
mean,
Daniel.
it's a clean look.
Don't sell yourself
it is a
short,
clean
Daniel.
look.
You got a good sense of fashion. Even if you're not ahead of the times, you got the clean look down. So
Anyway,
it's fine.
next up we
It's
have
fine.
I think it's my last character on here. We have Elena from Wonderin, which let me do a light photo dump. This is where the she's not a gotcha character. She's a light novel character though, and that means she gets the cover, and she's the main character. She gets the cover pages of this shit. So
Yeah.
let's see.
It's a struggle I'm having. So my next character that's coming up, I swear, has a bunch of good cover pages, and I cannot find them. So
I got like 4. What's it called? I just dropped.
Well, I just
You have
found
to
one
click
that I
on them
like.
to expand, I guess. But
This one's cool too.
let me bring them up on the screen here. They're probably all gonna be fucking huge when I bring them up. It's gonna be a tragedy, but okay, maybe not.
Yeah, this was kind of cheating too. I actually like a lot of these. They're cool.
It's not cheating.
I know.
If you
Cheating
have
is the wrong word.
anyone who has
Cheating is the
drip
wrong
is
word.
a
Cheating is
fucking
the wrong word.
cheater.
It's cool. It's cool. No, I like
if
I
you
like all
have
these.
art with more outfits,
Yeah,
it's
fair enough.
cheating.
Fair enough. You know what?
I mean, because we've allowed the
Masterpiece.
gotcha arts, we definitely have to allow cover.
No. It works. It works. I like some of these. I like the.
Yeah, they all keep like the witch theme for the most
Mm.
part, but they all are very different in style. Like she's got the winter fit, the autumn fit, the summer fit. She's got a lot going on.
Yeah.
And then
I
even
like
just
it.
like her base. Why is that so small? Holy shit! I moved the entire screen. God dang it, dude. That's how small it is. Even like her base outfit is a banger. She's very good at being trippy. That's what being a narcissist will do to you.
I'll give it an
so
A.
big?
I'll give it a
That'll
solid
do
A.
it.
It's good variety. I like it. A or S. I don't know. I like it.
I'll also give it an A.
Yeah.
All right.
The witch's hat. It's iconic.
She
too.
got the casual drip.
You know what? I love me a good witch's hat.
It works.
Alright. Next up we have
Okay.
Shinra from Fire Force. It was the last second edition by PK because he submitted 6 instead of 5.
Yeah, it's the problem I'm having. So I'll post a few pictures. The problem I'm having is I swear when I was reading Fire Force, I can think of so many occasions where I was like, yeah, Shinra's got drip for sure. And then when I search on Google to try and find any pictures, it's only the which granted, I love the firefighter outfits that they have in Fire Force, right? With the glowing blue lines and everything.
Mhm.
I think those are really cool. But I swear there are occasions in the series where I remember him just like being dripped up, and I cannot find any visual proof of them.
I like the whatever, I don't know, is there a name for like the
I just think he
firefighting
always
outfit?
looks. Yeah, I just always think he looks pretty cool.
Yeah, I like
Regardless,
it.
the
It's like
the
it's like a
it's
hybrid of like
funny. Yeah, it's funny how the overalls from the firefighter outfit always are like incorporated into his casual looks a lot of the times too. But they're really good. I don't
no,
know.
I
I
like
just
that
always
it's like a
think
combination of like Japanese traditional like clothing and like like a firefighter like outfit. Like I don't know how to describe it, but it's just like the lines, the blue lines. That stuff looks like cool. I like that.
yeah, exactly. I'm pretty sure in the actual manga and source material, I remember there being like more casual examples of him having really good drip too. I just cannot find them. And so it's
Yeah,
mostly just like the outfit for the
in the
actual like
art that you posted,
firefighters.
it like works. And then I'm looking up like some of his other outfits. Like
yeah,
no, no, no,
yeah.
no. I mean like this one, it like
Don't
looks
look
so
up the
big,
orange
but
suit.
like
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the picture you sent, it like works. Like I don't know. This is just like
Well, it should
this
be
looks ugly.
like it's a firefighter outfit, so it's also
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
also
yeah,
supposed to be
Yeah, it should
baggy
be
like that.
bigger.
yeah.
But yeah,
It's just
so it's like it's kind of a hard one. I think part of it is also Shinra's aesthetic is really fun and cool, and so to me it's like when I'm reading, whenever he shows up in like a cool outfit, he's got his like creepy like spiky tooth grin and everything like he always does, and I'm like hell yeah, Shinra.
He's like a Trunks level to me. Like, he has, like, a solid piece of drip, but it's, like, his thing.
Yeah, and we'll see. I'm sure after this comes out, Mars will remember the exact like cover pages and everything I'm thinking of, where he had like more like fun stuff, but I just can't find them.
Yeah, I'd put it at, like, a B, probably, just because he has, like, a solid fit, but it's, like, it's just that's his fit, you know?
Yeah, I would also say B.
Alright. Next up, we have Yu Ishigami from Spat here. Let's see.
okay. No, I still think this is like more dripful than fucking the other two.
I
No, no,
mean...
no, this one. Wait, did I send this picture? Yeah, I did. Oh shit. Okay. No, I like the one with the vest, bro. Like that. Man, I'm sad, bro.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can send it right now, or you can see it, but...
yeah,
I know which one
yeah,
you're talking about. It's just,
yeah. It's like I don't know. Like I forgot which. Yeah. No, the vest with the
Yeah, the
short.
best
This one looks
helps.
better. This one looks better than the freaking black one. I don't know. I think
He's got a
it's
couple outfits.
yeah. He has like let me see. I don't know. I swear I saw another one, but it might have been fan art, so I didn't want to include it. I guess he has like the tracksuit stuff, but that's like not really that's like doesn't that's not like an outfit. That's just like you wear it for freaking school, right? Like in the
yeah, I
race or
mean,
whatever.
this is, like, their school uniform, though. Like,
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's like other clothes is like the black stuff, but like yeah, I don't know. I guess dripless is fine. I've resigned myself to that, but like I don't
you know,
know. I think
I don't know if
he
he's
does
I don't know
wear
if
the
he's
headphones,
dripless.
at least.
yeah, dude, the
Yeah,
He's
headphones
he
definitely...
has
that's
an
iconic.
accessory.
He's no higher than a C, but...
No higher than a C. I'll accept C. I'll accept C for my
You know,
guy.
now I think about it, Bochi has the, she's like the star glasses and stuff. Maybe I should have, I should have prepared harder.
maybe
I could
maybe
have,
we
like,
should have
maybe
thought
got,
more.
I should have maybe gotten to her to a C. Whatever.
Fair,
But
fair,
she stays in dripless. I'm willing to put Shigami at a C, because he has an
fair.
accessory. He tried, you know, to update his
Yeah,
style.
yeah,
He
yeah.
stands out among the other fish in the ocean. Next up, we have Yusuke from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I have
A PK
some pictures
submission.
ready. He's just he's like, it's surprising because so many of these like punk type shows are popping up nowadays. It's like kind of coming back,
Mm-hmm.
and like Yusuke to me is kind of just like the perfect example of that aesthetic that a lot of them are going for. But then most of the time I don't like the the like outfits that a lot of those shows have because it's just like almost over the top, and then a lot of the Yusuke fits are just kind of like casual wear.
The ones with like the buttons, like from the top of the shirt to the bottom, and then the on the wristbands. Isn't that like a? I feel like I've seen like really really old people in pictures wear like shirts like that. Like I don't know if it's like a. I don't think it's like a. I don't know if it's like a Japanese Western hybrid type shirt, but like, um,
The third one, that
yeah,
little
the
like
third one,
almost
like
like a jumpsuit. That's
yeah,
just
but
like,
it's like it's
I don't
it's
even
it's
think I should be including that if I want him to do well, but it's just the iconic look.
yeah. I feel like I've seen like in like historical pictures like Japanese emperors and stuff wearing like clothing similar to this. I don't know. It just seems like very. It seems very old, but I guess that makes sense. It's kind of an old show, but like still, I don't know. I uh I like the variety, I guess.
I do like the variety. He has very like
I don't know
simple drip,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's like
very simplistic.
casual punk. Like he doesn't have a lot of range, I guess is probably how I would
Mhm.
describe it.
Yeah, he's difficult to place, right? Because I don't think any of his
Melted.
outfits are as good as like the single ones we have in B, but I don't think he's like C tier.
Sure. B
Yeah,
B is all right. I don't know
I don't
about
know.
that yellow
I would
that
say
like
B. I would say
this
B, but
thing
like
is like got
below
a
the
lot of
others.
red.
Not that we're really ranking inside, but still.
Yeah, fair enough. C.5 is crazy. I like that though.
Anyway, next up we have Lucy Hartfilia from Fairy Tail.
I am
It's another
collecting
PK
images.
submission.
I'm at the mercy with her
She has like
of
10 bajillion outfits.
I'm at the mercy of like what I can find on Google with without having to see all the fucking cosplays and everything, because that's like the biggest issue, right?
Cosplayers,
Um,
fan arts, everything.
AI art.
yeah, fan
Oh,
art,
AR is the worst.
cosplays. Like I see some of these that are outfits that I would want to post, and I'm like, but it just has the like person in the cosplay, and I'm like, but give me the base outfit. I think my favorite thing with Lucy's outfits is always how she accessorizes and also does her hair differently depending on the outfit. And
She
so
does
that's
have
one of the
quite a
things I
lot.
was trying to show here. It's a lot of the outfits have similar color schemes a lot of times, but it's like every outfit she's got different accessories and different hairstyle a lot of the times. Obviously, this last one I'm posting is just like the base, like episode 1 Lucy.
Yeah.
Don't react to that.
Let that happen.
If you're gonna, I guess they're all like lumped together. Actually, they're fun.
Yeah, he is reacting to all of them. Um, but yeah, it's just I like, to me, she does kind of a better version of what I like about Nami's outfits, which is a lot of variety, and then all of them feel somewhat unique because there are varying hairstyles and varying accessories.
Yeah, I would say variety. She definitely very strong. Um, yeah, I don't.
I like it.
What?
It's
Yeah, this is crazy. Look up.
anyway.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, I mean, it's difficult to like. I can't say anything against it, obviously, and she definitely has more. Like, I know there's more.
No, she has so much more. I'm at the
Obviously,
mercy of what I can find.
yeah, you
I
gotta
mean,
look
she
through
has.
Google.
I guess I should also explain. Spoilers for Fairy Tale if anyone cares. I know you guys don't. She
Please.
also has a power later in the series where she gets drip based on which of her spirits she's like channeling the power of. So like this one I posted here is the Sagittarius one. This is my favorite, probably of the ones I've seen. But that's kind of another fun thing is she does have like these drip built into her power system almost.
Costume change, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. She does have
It's
it.
it's good, I guess. I like it better than Nami mostly because the she actually looks kind of normal. Dude, Nami's like arms
Well,
just like
it's art,
freak me
right?
out, man. That
Like
shit is weird.
One Piece art is just
Yeah,
kind
I
of
know. It's just, bro, the
hard.
arms are like, whew, that's gives me the heebie-jeebies, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Long ass arms give you the
dude,
heebie-jeebies.
they're long, they're thin. It's just weird, but yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I like the
Yeah.
green outfit. That's cool.
I
The
feel like
Sagittarius
I'm
one,
willing to
yeah.
put this in an S for variety and design.
Sure.
I think for me, it's the accessories, the hair, the fact that her power later on is literally just dripping up. Definitely S for me.
Alright.
Up. Dripping up is
Next up,
crazy.
we have Lelouch. This is definitely your drippiest character you submitted,
This
like, bar
Dude,
none.
he's got some
Lelouch
interesting
is
outfits. He's got some interesting outfits. To be fair, he's got like different roles throughout the.
Lelouch is someone that I looked at and I was like, I would potentially put Lelouch on this list.
Yeah, I'll post
But I
the
wanted
ones
to
that
do 3
I
males, 3
Well,
females.
this is cheating because it's like, well, it's not cheating.
It's
I
not
keep
cheating,
saying
it's his
I don't know.
outfit.
Everything
It's
is
cheating.
cheating. I know.
If
I'm
it
just doing this. I get
looks
it.
cool or cute,
It
it's
looks cool. It
cheating.
works.
At this
He's
point,
got
we've
he's got the
allowed
zero.
basically everything. Yeah.
Got the zero outfit. He's got the emperor outfit, which I think looks cool. I just like the color scheme and stuff. And then the casual, I guess, Lelouch outfit. I think. I mean, the casual outfit's just whatever. It's like, I don't know.
It's like it's different. It's like Trunks tier, like almost. He's got like the same
I
type
like
of
the emperor
jacket,
one the
he just
best,
doesn't have
though.
like the blade to go with it.
Yeah, yeah. He's got some interesting outfits, so I don't know. It's
I think it's definitely your best one.
I don't know. I just like love the Emperor one just because I think
I think it's
like
funny to say he's your best one, and then I'm looking at where all his characters are, and I'm like, yeah,
They're
this
all
is saying
in
much,
C or
bro. That's fine. That's fine. That's
dripless.
fine. That's fine. Listen, let it be known I have the most dripless person here, so
I think the problem is you picked a bunch of characters. Like, I think the approach Dana and I had was either like a few really iconic outfits or like heavy variety of good outfits.
True.
And then
Very
yours were like
avant-garde. Yeah.
Just
you went
like
more for
dapper
like
young men.
for, like characters you really like who don't look bad by any means, but they aren't like drippy.
I'm very safe. I'm not very risky. That's the issue. I didn't go with anything.
I feel like I'd probably put Lelouch B.
Yeah, sure.
Based on everything we've seen here.
I'll take it.
Yeah, not a lot of variety, but he do be dripping. I could see an A argument.
I could argue an A, but
I don't care. Put it wherever. I'll accept my small victory.
I think for me it would be B, but above Trunks.
That's true. I think there's more variety to go above Trunks here. Yeah. All right, we have like a nice wall here. We have the 333 C.5.
random C.5.
I like how this one is C.5, but then the one in the other the Love Live 2
it definitely should
space
be
between B, C, and D.
I was gonna say also shouldn't it definitely be like no, C.5 makes sense. I was gonna say shouldn't it be B.5, but
the B.5 would be like between A and B.
Yeah.
It's like
there's our drip.
I mean,
I feel like if we put like a ton of research into this, we could have got like some crazy characters.
Sure.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest, like looking at my list of hundreds of anime watched and having to think of every character that could possibly have good outfits.
I just went for like yeah, I knew Yo from the beginning because I've gassed up her drip before. I'm like, all right, this is the drippiest card I have to play. And then I just went through my favorite characters.
I went to the characters I liked. Yeah, it was characters I really liked, or in the case of Trunks, just a character that like I thought of purely because of drip. I think if I really got into my list, I'm sure I have much crazier ones. But these were the ones that came to mind, so it's like they deserve their moment.
Yeah. And I think it's a solid tier list. We have it is like the perfect, it's like a reverse bell curve where it starts all the way at the top and then like dips into the middle and then goes back up.
Fair, fair.
I
Inverse.
don't even know if the little C.5 makes it a bell curve at all. I feel like that's just
Yeah, I mean, it's like-
it's like a straight
like, I
line
feel like
drops then goes back
Small
up.
dip from this fake tier. That's
I'm laughing so much at Bochi being here. That's probably my favorite submission.
It's just, I'm looking through my characters, like Subaru and Bochi, like they have like iconic outfits, but they're so like
They're so not drip.
they're not drip at all, but they're definitely there. Like they're iconic in their own right. They were worth putting on the tier list. I do feel bad we didn't get like her like star classes outfit, but I don't think
Yeah,
it would
that
change
would've
the
been-
outcome
I think
too
it would
much.
have not changed it, but it's still funny to think about.
Yeah, I mean like she does have more drip, specifically in her fantasies. She's always wearing something
Oh,
more.
yeah.
But her as herself is only ever put on one other outfit other than like,
Canonically, I was gonna say canonically in her closet, she has drip. She's
she has
hiding
drip
behind
her
all
mom
of-
got for her. She just refuses
Yup.
to bring out. Do you think she's like a cartoon character where she has like 10 of the same tracksuit?
She is. Didn't we literally see that? In
You
that
just
I don't
asked
feel
if
like-
she was
I don't
a
feel like we
cartoon
did.
character,
I
brother.
swear she opens her closet and you just see like the line of tracksuits. Maybe that's in the manga only, or maybe I'm smoking weed.
Yeah, she is indeed a cartoon character. I mean, by technicality.
But I swear,
Okay,
I swear they did that gag.
I don't remember that in the anime. Like it might be like a detail I just looked over and never thought about, but like I don't.
It's also
feel like-
possible that it happens again, like that joke pulls up in the manga, like
Yeah, it
post where
could be in the
anime
manga.
stopped.
Maybe like your brain like associated it with the anime because you have a colored version and that's what you think of it. I guess I don't know.
hmm Either way, I'm pretty sure she does,
I haven't
but I
read the
don't
manga yet,
remember
so
for
whenever
sure
I get to
if
that,
that's. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember for sure if that's actually brought up, or if I'm making it up in my head.
you could be crazy. Who knows?
I've been known to be crazy once or twice.
Not 3 times.
No,
Not 3
never
times.
3 times.
Give it a maybe
All right.
maybe 3 times. You never know. There's 100 episodes of the podcast.
Those are
you know.
100 episodes festivities.
That is crazy.
Drip tier list because we haven't done a tier list in so long.
Wait, technically like 2 tier lists within this episode. And so the tier list filled. All of them were like list of some kind.
They're all kind of lists. That is true. This is a 2 tier list episode because the Love Live list
Almost
has been
3
steadily
because of the top 10.
developing throughout the episodes.
Yeah, the Love
Top
Live
10
one
updates.
is like a culmination of just everything we've done as a.
It's been a
podcast.
topic. It's been a topic for weeks.
More than I mean, it's been like brought up for weeks as like we're almost there, but like this, I'd love to like go back and I wouldn't love to go. I'd be annoying as shit to go back and find the episode where where we made the declaration the podcast would end if Agumon was
If
my
Agumon
number
was-
one in
It's
UG.
who knows.
God knows when that happened, but like whenever since then, it's just like been in the back of. It's been like a joke that gets brought up every now and then, but then like the reality appears as I'm like going through Love
The
Live.
reality is that now,
we're almost here.
and she did pretty well. So it's
Almost
also
had it.
like there were probably times where you're watching where you were like, ah, shit. It might
Honestly,
happen.
I was kind of like I just wanted to see the aftermath of like what would happen, but there were there were 2 like very solid brick walls blocking her path to S tier. In you
Yes.
and Rena.
I always believed in you. You can check the logs. I've always said you, and then I remembered Rena later on, but I always believed in you.
When you said you believed in you, like I thought you were talking to me directly. Then I realized you were talking about the character you, and this is
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like,
Karen.
you. I
Always-
was like, you definitely
always-
never always believed to be.
Always believed in you, Chan.
Yes.
Well, I guess since festivities are over, anything interesting we need to update the people on? Now the new season
Interesting.
started. I did watch the first
Oh.
2 episodes to train to the end of the world.
We can probably talk about that next time. We're 2
Yeah.
hours and 15 minutes. into
yeah,
the
Or that
I'll
far
probably
in?
have some
Hell
time to
yeah.
watch a couple of the things.
I
this
have
season.
like trained to the end of the world though.
Yeah.
What's the record for
I watched.
podcast time?
I've
I'm almost
started
tempted to break
reading.
that just for fun.
We're almost 3 hours, aren't we?
We're 2 hours 15 minutes
2.
in.
Isn't that like smashing it?
No. So 2 hours 15 minutes 53 seconds is the record held by our guest episode with Hayden.
Oh, you said 15. Not...
True.
No, not 50. 50 would have fucking
I
immediately.
can't
I would have said
I
we're
thought you
not.
said-
It
I
was
thought you said 50, and I
Oh.
was like, "Damn."
2 hours
that's
50
crazy.
minutes would have been insane.
I will spoilers then for next week. I did start reading one of the seasonals
Really?
because I watched episode 1 and it was like, you know what, this feels good. I'm just gonna read it.
I'm trying to like think of what I even have as a seasonal that like you would have done that for. Because Training the End of the World is an anime original. I know you started that. You said it, but I saw it earlier. Jellyfish's anime original. I don't know if you've even watched any of that. You would kill yourself
I haven't
before
yet.
you
I couldn't
started
find
Blue
it.
Archive.
Where is Jellyfish? Is it not on Crunchy?
I can. It's on High Dive.
High Dive? Gotcha.
Yeah, they get like all the Doga Kobo bangers for no reason. Well, not for no reason. They predict they're gonna be bangers. If I had to guess,
I almost
you
watched
started reading
BK1.
anything. You probably started reading Seiyu Radio.
That is something I can read, isn't it?
What the fuck did you start then?
No.
Girls
that's
Band
not what I
Cries
started.
original. You wouldn't. I don't feel like Windbreaker is like.
Isn't Seiyu Radio a novel? Yeah.
It might be.
Do you want me to spoil or just wait until
Your mic is like your internet. It's seeing the end of the tunnel right now.
it is seen the light? Alright, fair enough.
Okay, I think it's a
Stop
good.
watching.
Convenient.
It's like a good. Oh yeah, it's probably stop streaming. Doesn't beat anything anymore. That would probably be smart. Oh my god, my computer immediately like healed from death after that.
That was crazy. I love that.
It might actually just my internet giving out because both of you sound a little whack. Unless I sound bad.
Maybe.
I don't know. Anyway, now we've beaten the record. So episode 100 is now the longest. We took it back from the grubby hands of one of our guests. we now as a trio have the real longest episode.
Let's go.
Yep. All right.
Let's go.
That was an eventful one. I didn't expect to spend an hour on Love Live, but we did. So,
That was less long.
I expected to spend an hour on Love Live.
yeah, I mean, I expected to spend an hour on Love Live in a world where Ayumu was the S tier. There's like a multiverse
I just feel like the
out there.
conversation always had to happen, right?
The conversation definitely always. I feel like in a multiverse out there, Ayumu was the S tier, and there was like a big argument or something, and it became like the greatest episode of all time for the Gochuucast. This episode. I feel like this is a good episode as like a whole.
It was a good episode.
I feel like maybe 2-year anniversary. Maybe we do some reflections. We can talk about favorite episodes, still like that. Anyway, that's something we can figure out as we get closer to that. And by closer, I mean we're like a few weeks away. We'll have it figured out eventually. We had blew our load for the episode 100. So we'll have to get creative. Anyway, I guess that it's going to be the end of this here episode. You're welcome for the longest episode in Gochuucast history. If you enjoyed, then hit the like button, subscribe, all that good jazz, whatever platform you're on. If you're on the audio only side of things and you'd like to go to the YouTube, because this one was a very big audio visual experience alongside the audio. And by big, I mean there are visuals, a rarity here. Is the Order an Anime Podcast? Can't possibly miss it. And YouTube to audio only. For any other episodes that don't include visual things, you might want to, listen on the road or some shit. Which, I mean, I don't feel like anyone, maybe people listen on like a commute to work or something. I actually have looked at every now and then I look at like the analytics. They don't matter too much to me because we're not that big, but people do like listen on I can't remember where I saw it. People like play on their like Alexas or some shit, and it's like, okay.
Interesting. That's fun.
Yeah, whoever puts us on the Alexa thing, I'm
Shout
sure
out.
your home is in a wonderful state to be able to play the fucking Gochuucast whenever you feel like on your Alexa. Anyway, where was I in the outro? If you No, every Saturday 3 p.m. EST without fail, except for when we do, there will be a new episode for you to enjoy of the Gochuucast. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you in another episode. Thank you, and goodbye.